Alright, hello everyone. Yeah. Alright, I'm trying to remember where I was at. About to go to do Gal's Fortress in Jade Empire. Which to do that, we need to go up here and talk to Rue the Boatswan.
Rue, I know you keep saying you'll close the Great Dam as soon as you get your courage up, but it's been 3 days. Master Dutong isn't as generous as old Mother Quan used to be. You can't stay here anymore.
No, I'm sorry, young one. Let me buy you a drink. 2 bowls of wine and we'll drink a toast to a better time. Just add it to my tab. I'm good for it.
Rue, I don't have time for this. I have other customers to take care of. You have to leave now.
No, I'm really pretty sure I have to drink now. I need to get my courage up so I can go close the dam. Yeah, just another drink or 2. Or 3. Or maybe 4. Oh, more wine?
Bring the man some wine.
Wonderful. Another troublemaker. Well, you two can rot for all I care. I have plenty of other work to do.
And who are you? More importantly, do you have any wine handy? Or, can you get some?
Quit your blubbering, slug.
My help? Nobody asked for my help. They don't even trust me enough to ride on my barge. But I'm not some useless old drunk. I'll show them. That's why I volunteered to go close the Great Dam. They just need a drink or 2 to get my courage up first. You can't be serious. True, my barge is the only way to get there, but the pirates are dangerous. Believe me, you don't want to go up there. Have some wine instead.
He doesn't make a point. Didn't realize you were a coward.
Mad is what I am. A real loon. Especially when I've had my fill of wine, like now. Truth is, I'd be happy to take you up to the pirates' camp. If I didn't have more pressing business. I promised to close the dam and save the town. Truth is, I wish I'd never told anyone what I was going to do. I was a bit drunk when I said it, but I can't back out now. Everybody thinks I'm just a worthless drunk. But when I close the dam, they'll think I'm a hero. I just need a few drinks to get my courage up before
Yeah, that dam is never getting closed. I've been to the dam, it's broken and will never close.
I guess this means I don't have any real reason.
Oh, he just believes that. Doesn't even need a check for it.
I said I'd take you, and I'm a man of my word. Mostly. I'll make my way down to the little dock where I have my barge and get everything ready. Just meet me at Beggar's Pier in the southeast corner of town when you're ready to go.
You better show up.
I'll be there. I'm a man of my word, despite what you might have heard. I'm not just some useless old drunk. You'll see. Remember, meet me at Beggar's Pier in the southeast corner of town when you're ready to go.
That was an ESP from talking to a drunk.
Those sailors are the worst. They're rude and crude, and they don't keep their hands to themselves.
And they're not going anywhere. Let's see, there was a guy I could eat a bunch of stuff from. Didn't have the stats for his quest before. Here he is. Let's save before I talk to him, actually. In case I end up failing a second time. I shouldn't. I've got way more stats than the last time I was here. Went through 2 areas. Pay 300 silver. Let's see, I already read through all of his food before, so I'll just speed through this. Take a hit to body. That's it, go to chi. Basically the stats, the meals like drain some of your stats whenever you do them. So you need enough stats to handle it. Either by balancing your stats, or just like focusing all on the one thing and like taking all the hits into the one stat, though that's probably the harder route. Anyways, managed to eat all three. Will either give me back to 300, or we could make it interesting. Really daring, I have one last dish that I haven't even had the nerve to try myself. Tell me more. Your dish has no name. Learned it from a loud, annoying foreign man I met in the Imperial City. I think I know who he's talking about. We'll see him later. He's like the best character in the game. Ingredients are very rare. Needs another 300 silver. Alright. Sure, 300 silver. And I managed to survive his super dish. How did it taste? I could tell him the truth and say it depleted every aspect of my being. It's outright dangerous. Or tell him, it's less painful than the other dishes. You should try it. Yeah, go ahead and try it, dude. And it killed him. He could not handle his own food. And obviously loot the body. Got his purse and a glowing gem. And just leave him there. It's fucking dead. Alright.
Can't you just leave an old man in peace?
Oh, and there's another quest for this guy. It's time to be even more evil. He used to be the orphan master before the flood, right?
Why do you care? That was a long time ago. Long, long ago. All I want is to forget those days. They're gone. Gone forever.
Why did you let the orphans die?
I didn't. I wasn't even there. I was at the market buying food when the flood came. I ran back to the orphanage, but the water was too high. There was nothing I could do. The water kept rising. I had to flee. I came here with other survivors and settled this town. I tried to start a new life, but everywhere I go, I see little faces watching me. The better men might have saved them. Sometimes I wonder if I should have died with them.
That can be arranged.
I've not heard those names in many years. Meow. Meow was the best of my wards. She was like an assistant to me, always caring for the babies, putting everyone to bed. Meow was strong. She did not give up easily. As for Bin, I recognize the name. A quiet boy, I think. I barely remember him, but they're gone now. All of them.
I'm taking you to the orphanage now.
No, not the orphanage. The ruins are haunted. The children will be waiting for me. No!
You can come willingly, or I can drag you.
You don't have to drag me. It is time. I must face the demons of my past. I must end this once and for all. I'll go with you and accept whatever fate awaits me.
And now we fast travel to the ruins, which involves a long loading screen, and then I believe I have to manually walk out of them. Which means another long loading screen. Yeah, you can be kind of brutal in this game. Kill a guy with his own food and then just rob him. I guess looting is more appropriate when you're taking it from a dead person. Not really grave robbing because he, doesn't have a grave yet.
You live? All this time you were here, and I left you to this. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Saying sorry isn't enough. You must pay. Now I get to hurt you. Forever and ever.
No, Meow. Yushan was not brought here so you could make him suffer. He must bury our bones. Then we can finally rest.
Don't presume to know why I brought him here. Sorry, Ben. Letting Mal have her revenge.
Yes, it's time for this to end. I want you to know I'm sorry, Ben. I'm sorry for what happened to you. I'm sorry for what I did.
It's time, Yushin. Come with me. Now I get to hurt you, like you hurt us.
And of course, they don't show it.
I wish you hadn't done that, living
Forced him to
one.
play Dynasty Warriors 9.
Yushan's
Another
meant to
feeling.
free us from this place, but I'm afraid of what will happen to us now. I'm afraid for Meow. Maybe I will be able to find her again, to help her. But I don't know. I have a feeling we will both be lost, living one. Goodbye, forever.
Glad I could help.
That's kind of creepy, even for me.
Even Morrowind is just like, nah, it's kind of fucked up, dude. How the hell do I get out of here? Yeah, there we go. If you're doing a Open Palm, it's real easy to miss that quest because like Open Palm has you close the dam, which causes that area to get flooded. So like if you don't refrain from closing the dam and go back to the tea house and then get warped back here, then you just miss out entirely because you can't bring Yushin to a place that's been flooded. The quest is just over. Hello, Zhao. Hey guys. Oh, okay. Guess you are aggressive. I kind of forgot these guys could respawn.
Ice Shot. Leaping Tiger.
Smash. Well, let's have fun with you guys. Toad Demon. When you just decide, I want to win this. Unfortunately, walking is not really effective as Toad Demon. If the enemy's far away, you kind of just want to turn it off and then move closer, then reactivate it again. Toad Demons are very slow. Most transformations are slow. And yet another loading screen. Tian Shinhan Landing. That is what I think of whenever I see this name. Like how I loaded into a loading screen. How's my closed fist stat looking? I might be able to get that other... There's a style an old guy will teach you if you have enough closed fist points. This
Your
guy.
move, old goat.
Sisaya
What in your training?
Osinsu.
Ah, not close fist enough. Gotta be really evil. Now, where is Rue? He said southeast. I guess somewhere down here. Ah, there it is, Rue's barge.
There you are! I confess that when I got down here, I wasn't sure I actually met you. Too much wine in me. I thought you might have been a dream, but here you are. I can take it to the pirates if you still want to go. Might be a dangerous trip. The river has been running fast since the dam was opened, but it won't be any worse than the pirates themselves.
Alright, let's go.
I'll take you. And if the pirates slit your throat and dump your body in the river, I'll bring you back to town for a nice burial. If they leave your body on land, you're out of luck.
I hope this floating log can handle the weight of a man like me. If I fall in, I'm taking both of you with me.
Just for no reason, but he would absolutely take us both down with him. Like, we're one has like the best dialogue if you just keep him around as much as possible.
I can take you no farther. Be wary in this place. Pirates everywhere.
Yeah, come with me. I could use your drunken ore fighting style.
Not I. Remember, this barge is our only way out of here. Someone has to guard it, or else the pirates could cut us off. If any pirates come by and try to take my barge, I'll show them how well I use my paddle. Good luck to you in there, and if you need to leave in a hurry, just come running.
Apparently this is a stealth game now.
Nikno irkut fan sonwi song o fear nawas wasa ir sonwa.
I'm sorry. Your brothers inside made me clean up their chicken bones. I came as soon as I finished, but in my haste I tripped and fell down the stairs.
Wasa ir atanopa uno fakira ukno aku. Wono wir apa wafo er ukir okir wo iferk. Wasa ir atanopa uno fakira ukno aku.
I'm sorry. Don't beat me. I'll get the wine and some food, yes?
Trip me, make me crawl like a dog? Yeah, this'll teach them a lesson they won't forget. Come on, stupid rope, come on. Make them sorry they ever... Huh? Wait, don't hurt me, I was just, Hey, you're no pirate. I remember the face of everyone I used to sail with, and I've never seen you before.
I'm just here to replace my flyer.
Well, you came to the right place. That's just about all we've got here now. Airships. Not like back in my day. My name's Chung. Once I was a pirate on the river, but things were different then. We took pride in our work. We were professionals. Not like these lazy, drunken louts. The younger pirates used to look up to me. Now they treat me like dirt. They treat me worse than that slave cleaning the pier. But I'm gonna get even. I'll show them.
I better kill you to keep you quiet. Now, what are you doing with the rope?
Those drunks on the pier were supposed to unload the ship, but they're too lazy to finish the job. They left a cannon suspended above the dock, supported by this single rope. One quick pull and that cannon comes crashing down, taking out the dock and anyone on it. But my old bones can't pull hard enough to loosen the knots in the rope.
What about that slave cleaning the dock?
I got nothing against the kid, but dropping the cannon is the easiest way to wipe out everyone on the pier. Tough break for the kid, but much easier for you.
Good point. Let me try the rope.
That'll teach the lazy fools to leave equipment half unloaded. They don't deserve to be called pirates. Go on, give the rope a pull and give them what they got coming.
All right. And there they go.
Did you see the looks on their faces when that cannon hit them? Now they're feeding fish at the bottom of the river. Too bad about the kid, though. You know, back in my day, we weren't stupid enough to fall for a trick like that. Gao ruined everything. I tried to tell them, but nobody listened. You'd think the Lotus Assassins would have been a warning. Even a pirate knows better than to get mixed up with them.
Lotus Assassins?
They showed up shortly after Gao took over, working with him and his guild. Inquisitor Lim seems to be in charge of the Lotus Assassins here. Gao and Lim don't get along. They both like to be in charge. Be careful if you run into Lim. There's something very wrong about him.
What about the airships?
Back in my day, a pirate ship stayed on the water where it belonged. Now they've got some kind of factory up on the top floor where they build those blasted airships. There's something suspicious about those airships. Sure, the pirates use them, but I think that's just a cover so the Lotus Assassins can come and go as they please.
Alright, later.
Watch yourself in this place. 1 minute you're on top, and the next you're on the bottom, bowing and scraping.
Nice 1,000 EXP from that. Probably more than I would have gotten just fighting them. Did I do the quest for the failing close fist guy? I couldn't tell if that was failing or falling. I think you mean the guy about the Zither Discord? Yeah, I accepted it. I still need an object from here, I believe, to actually finish it. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Longsword!
Ow, ow! Alright, give me a second. Don't see me just, like, attacking you without you being aware. I have a bad habit about forgetting words in the middle of my sentences. That was a prime example just then. Yeah, I'm almost 500 EXP just for reading. The chief on right here, so it didn't really matter how much damage I took during that fight. Wonder how the voice actors recorded Thofan. I have no idea, honestly. A lot of it is just like repeating the same line, so they recorded list lines and like what you would think based on the dialogue you read in the game.
the slaves. You'll pay for that, maggot.
Will I? If you scum have any sense at all, you'll stand aside. Let me go drive a blade through your master's throat, and I'll forget I saw you.
Oh, certainly. We'll sit back and let you stroll upstairs to kill our leader. Would it help if we drew you a map to his room?
Ideally, yes.
I wasn't serious, you idiot. We're going to kill this intruder and go back to our drinking. He's just one man. He can't beat all of us.
Look around. The odds are not so much in your favor. There's still a chance for you to run.
What are you talking about, fool?
You haven't noticed my partner over there watching us? Don't let her grace and beauty fool you. She's deadly. This is your last chance to get out of here alive.
So, the thief brought a friend. That just means you won't die alone. Attack!
That was Sky failing his intimidation check. Also, if you notice, Sky's voice actor is the same as Mitsuhide from Kessen 3. If you happen to watch that stream.
How'd I know you'd be deadly in a fight? You'll have to accept my apologies for dragging you into that, but I can't afford to be stopped. Not now. My name is Sky. It's good to see there's someone else in this place who can't stand these slaving dogs. We make quite the pair.
Good thing I was here to save you.
Indeed. I find I'm just not saved enough these days. Shame that. It was obvious you weren't with the pirates. Why not deal with them quickly? There's bigger game above us. Speaking of which, there's a very secure and equally intimidating gate blocking the way. If we work together, though, it'll be simple to crack.
How do you know your way around this place so well?
It's funny what things you can learn if you just ask at the right time. Like when you have a knife to someone's throat. Things like how to reach the upper levels of this place despite that security door.
Yeah, how does it work?
The door at the top of this stair is locked through a fairly ingenious mechanism. Gao's engineer, Kang the Mad, designed it for security.
Think of pirates as the ingenious type.
Oh, I don't know. They're good with knots. Kang the Mad is a crafty fellow. The door requires 2 to unlock it. Up high there is a platform with a release lever. The door must be operated while the lever is held forward. There used to be a sentry up there who handled that kind of thing, but he had an accident. I can climb up and pull the lever easily enough. You can open the door when it's unlocked.
This seems awfully convenient.
Still don't trust my intentions? Have a little faith that sometimes fate provides answers when they're needed most. Either way, we need to deal with that door. Once the door is open, we can go our separate ways. I have my goals, and I'm sure you have yours. Since we both have much to do, why don't I go unlock the door now?
Alright, go for it.
I should go now, but I have to ask in case we never meet again. Where did you study?
It's the same place where I learned to mind my own business. Now I'll just tell him I trained under Master Lee.
He must have been a genius. You fight like no one I've seen before.
Heard that before. What's so strange about how I fight?
It's not so much strange as it is intriguing. No one I've ever met fights like you do. It's subtle, but your movements bait your foes into seeing an opening that isn't there. It's like a clever trap. I'm sorry, I'm wasting time neither of us can spare. I'll get ready and pull the lever when you're near the door. Good luck with whatever brought you to this place.
What a nice guy that totally won't become a party member by the end of this. Alright, the old lady at the beginning of this area. Plan didn't work out too well. Yeah, who would have guessed leaving the safety of the town caused you to get captured and enslaved? Honestly, you're lucky Ghost didn't come at you first. Man, and help you if the price is right. And have nothing. Yeah, great. Not enough time to look for her. And she still tells me about her anyways. And quest received. No matter what, you're getting this quest. So were there more slaves in here? Where did they go? So I like how Sky called this an ingenious store. All it requires is 2 people, one person pulling a lever. And the other person that actually opens that door.
Never trust a thief. You think they're on your side, but they'll slit your throat and take your silver.
To be fair, I would also do that. At least on the closed fist playthrough. Disoriented, how did that happen? That stopped me from being able to attack for a while. Yes, please. Of course it's a trap.
Mistress, I am almost ready to return to the Imperial City. Another day, and I will bring you the amulet.
Forgot Jade Empire has hologram technology.
I lose confidence in you with each passing hour, Lim. You should have been back by now. Why haven't you ordered Gao to grant you one of his flyers?
Mistress, Gao's ships are only small flyers. They're good for short-range flights and raiding villages, but not for long journeys. That's why I haven't returned yet.
Don't try to pin your failings on me, Lim. I've delivered everything I promised. It's only a matter of time until I finish the special dragonfly to transport the artifact to the Imperial City.
Until you finish? I designed that dragonfly. I built it, not Gao. That dragonfly is Kang's masterpiece.
Silence the mad fool.
They just slap him.
Rumors of a spy disrupting our operations in the Southland. Maybe this is all too much for you to handle. Perhaps I should come out there personally.
That will not be necessary, Mistress. I will deal with the troublemaker here and return to the Imperial City in one day. You heard Mistress Jia. I can't waste any more time here. Get that flyer finished now.
Jia is not my mistress, Lim, and I don't take orders from you either. Remember, if not for my son, you would never have discovered where the glorious strategist was hiding.
I am well aware of your son's role in all this, Gao. In fact, I suspect I know more about him than you do.
What are you talking about? Have you heard something about young Gao? Tell me!
Of course, Gao. I was just waiting for the perfect time to tell you. I received a report from the destruction of 2 rivers. Your son, Gao the Lesser, is dead.
No! This can't be! You lie!
I speak the truth. It seems your son was no match for one of the other students. From the condition of his body, it sounds like he died quite painfully.
I did vor him in toad form.
Young Gao was everything to me. Damn you and your black heart, Lim. Damn you!
I want to be alone. I must grieve for my son. No one is to disturb me. No one.
If I can get to the Imperial City fast enough, I can give the amulet fragment to Death's Hand himself. Then Grand Inquisitor Jia may be in for a surprise. We shall see. You may have your workshop back, Mad One. I suspect Gao will be preoccupied for some time, so I'm in charge now. I suggest you finish your dragonfly today.
Interruptions? Who designed that dragonfly? To build something to make his sandals explode?
Can't go past the room. I think there's a small optional area. I don't remember exactly where it's at. Pretty sure I haven't missed it yet, though. Nice with Candy just toss an explosive. But him showing he can do that, he doesn't actually help in combat. That's like the most he ever does to help you in combat.
You handled the guards well with your punching and kicking. I was
Did
going
neither
to
of those
call
two
it an
things.
Explodey thing, but kicking worked well too.
Keep your distance, I don't trust anyone here.
You have good fists for the hitting, but your eyes are not so good at the judging. I'm no ally of Gao or his pirates. I'm just more forced labor. I am Kang, the Mad. I make things explode, and I make things fly, and I'm very good at both. The things I fly tend to survive. The things I explode, not so much.
You make things explode?
I make all sorts of things, and yes, many are designed to expend energy, quickly. But my greatest prize does not explode much. Something I have kept for myself. My greatest invention is in the launch room upstairs. Light and fast, she has weapons and capacity no other flyer does. The marvelous dragonfly.
Being awfully helpful to a stranger.
I am not Kang the Stupid. Eventually, Gao is going to see me as more nuisance than asset. Plus, he took my amber mosquitoes and ruined them through duplication. He doesn't understand that multiples diminish the glory of any creation, weakening them all. The marvelous dragonfly deserves better. I'll take my chances with you.
Who are those people?
The man with the eye wrap was Inquisitor Lim, a Lotus assassin, very cruel. The wealthy merchant was Gao the Greater, of course. He runs this place. The woman directing them both was Grand Inquisitor Jia. Jia partnered with Gao the Greater and sent Inquisitor Lim here as her representative. And because of their demands, I am forced to make flyers that they misuse. But they won't get the marvelous dragonfly. My special creation will not be abused. Under protest, Gao does not appreciate what I make. He misuses, and worse, he duplicates and diminishes their glory. Well, no more. The dragonfly will not function. Gao wants to give my machine to the Lotus assassins, but I stopped him. I hid the extraneous dust inductor where no one will find it. Try to fly without that. But they can make a new inductor. It is extraneous after all. So, a few days ago, I blew up the inscrutable power source. Now the dragonfly can only make short hops.
The duplication certain quality. Aren't duplicates identical?
Yes, yes, the bolts are the same. But think about this. If there is one marvelous dragonfly, it is the best of its kind. Make 100, and they are each only average. A flyer must appeal to the heavens with beauty and singular ingenuity. Why, I bet some of my mosquitoes have even fallen from the sky for seemingly no reason at all.
May have happened at some point. You gonna help me?
Yes, yes, of course. What do you think I've been saying? You need to listen more carefully. If you stage a combat-related accident for Gao, like falling down a flight of punches, I'll replace the inductor on the dragonfly, and we can fly away. What do you say?
Do it.
You are sure to profit from this partnership. In fact, I've never accidentally exploded anyone traveling with me, so that alone is a benefit of my presence. Anyway, you go ahead, and once all the kicking is done, I'll come along and we'll see what's what. For now, let me think. We'll need explosives that explode. Yes, goodbye. Go and leave me to think.
Get in a room, King. Just with a small amount of silver, whatever. The stance finally changed in the menu screen. I believe that means I have enough closed fist points to get that style I am never going to use. Points. What do I put them into? This is probably going to be good. Yeah, make that fist as strong as possible. Like, I use the sword more, but want my fists to be good for whenever I have to fight ghosts, because there are a lot of them. Weapons don't work on them. Not exactly a shortcut, but at least it's there. Hey guys, what's up? Bit too far away. There we go.
I shot.
And still.
Leaping tiger.
$25 silver. You guys do not keep much silver just lying around. Here we go.
Please don't burn me. I'll do anything you want.
I'm sure you will, child. But deep inside, you think you're not a slave. Only true pain will wash away these thoughts. You can have your slaves when they're broken, not a moment before.
Help me, please.
You wandered into the wrong room, slave.
What a charming guy. Let's cut him. His title is Slave Breaker.
I shard.
Good job, Whirlwind. Ever seen such violence? The throne behind you is bloodied. You're in a pirate fortress. You've definitely seen this kind of violence before.
Hey, I know you. Mother and I met you when we were trying to get out of Tien's Landing.
I guess the slave breaker didn't finish with this one.
I don't want to be a slave. I just want to get out of this place.
Are you strong enough to fight for your freedom, Fuyao?
Fight? What do you mean?
Take a knife and kill the fat man, Fuyao. Then you go free.
Do I have to? I don't want to hurt anyone. Can't you just let me go?
Prove you are strong. Kill him or be his slave.
I'll do it, if I have to. I don't want to be a slave. I have to be strong.
Mother's just like, what the fuck?
I killed him. I stabbed him with the knife. He didn't even fight back.
You're a murderer now. I think that's kind of missing the point here. He was weak. The weak deserve death.
I think I liked it when I felt the knife go in. Like people have to listen to me now. It made me feel good.
Mother's like, no, yeah, what the fuck? She has a taste for blood now. I'd sleep with one eye open, mother. No. But yeah, as a fighter, she's strong. You should be proud.
Noni wowo sayer tar wowo wir ignisaro kunkna. Sayer yo woya yer ni tatatier ni sasat pika. Satha kawayer sonuyer kawayer payer nasi sunkut. O wowo sun so anawa kawaras tata safaya.
I'm glad you're safe, Mother.
Yeah, that is about the most close fist thing you can do in this game. Which is great, I love the game like has a moment like that. There are a couple of other good examples, but that's like the biggest ones in my mind. It's like the whole idea is like teaching other people to be strong. That's essentially what that was, even if it was kind of fucked up.
Did you see Gao when he went by? There was fire in his eyes.
There's always fire in his eyes. Dark magic burns inside him.
Yeah, but this time it was worse. Better stay out of his way for the next little while. Something really set him off.
Wait a minute. You there! Who are you? You can't be up here.
Longsword!
Ice shard! Leaping tiger!
It's fun to freeze people. What's King the Man doing in his artwork that his hand is glowing green fire? And wouldn't that hurt like hell? I like that, like, bits of his cap are on fire. Want me to pick you're a murderer now? No, I like to go the closed fist route, not just be an asshole for the sake of it. There was another option with this where, like, I could have become, like, the seller. Like, I sell both her and her mother to the guy, and he just gives me a bunch of gold. And obviously the good option is just, like, to free her.
Leaping tiger!
Hello, rat and horse demons. What are you doing up here? Are you guys immune to magic? Yeah, you are. So I have to take damage fighting you. Oh well. Horse demons are really annoying to fight. In fact, you get damaged by attacking them, and they just explode on death. I was expecting that one to be trapped. Configuration of the horse. Alright.
Now that was a fight. I hope there's more where those came from.
They kicked your ass for a win. I guess it would make sense you would enjoy that. Hello, Ninja Pirate. Look how the ogre just stood back. Well, we can really knock this guy around. Definitely the sturdiest ogre I fought. Drop the dragonfly down. That'll be fine.
I was going to try ramming that door with my head if I got bored. Oh well, let's see what's inside.
Like how nothing made it shoot, just like landing caused it to shoot a missile forward.
Ah, treasure, my one true love, other than wine, and killing, and so on.
This area is forbidden. Only Gao himself is allowed to enter. You must be destroyed.
It's okay. Gao sent me.
You lie, mortal. This place is the domain of Gao. Not even the Lotus assassins know about it. He did not send you.
Well, in that case, prepare to die, demon.
I will crush you.
I don't think there's any way out of fighting this guy. Just have a few dialogue options before you actually get to it. Ow. This hit kind of hard. Let's loot the place. Yeah, one of them had to be trapped. See if any of those gems are better than the current ones I have. Or of the Malice Gem, Mental Persuasion, for neither of those are that. Only Open Palm can use that. Only Open Palm can use this. Those two are worthless, may as well sell them. Oh, plus 100 experience from books. That's actually pretty good. I'll just equip that whenever I find a book to read. Revive the body. Not bad. Didn't realize how many of these I had. Yeah, let's see. I'll get rid of Good Fortune. I go past it. There it is. Gem of Earth Power. Guess only Closed Fist can use that, but like, I think Earth is like an open palm element. It would be nice if I could have healed somewhere. Well, this place is overall shorter than I remembered. Hoping there'll be a chief hunt behind here. Bonsai tree. I broke for no reason. Alright, I'll just heal myself and go in. No toad form, but oh well.
Go away, Lim. My son is dead. Leave me to my grief, or I will see that you join him.
Listen to me, Gao. Your son may not be lost forever. The Lotus Assassins have power, even over the dead.
I know all about the necromancy of the Lotus Assassins. Take your false hope and go, or I'll... Wait. You dare disturb me in my grief? I said no interruptions. You will pay for... Wait. You are not one of my servants. I know you. You are one of Master Li's students. You are the one who killed my Gao.
I enjoyed killing your son.
Damn you and that school. My Gao was never good enough for Master Li. You were always his prize pupil. And now my son is...
Everything you said is accurate.
This troublemaker has disrupted our plans from the beginning. It had to be them in the ruins, and someone aided the troublesome Lord Yun in the forest.
It is time to end your meddling.
Perhaps if I offer your head, and track down that accursed Zhu, who has been seen in the area, enough old scores will be settled to earn my life.
Makes me feel like I should have brought Zhu here. What do you know about Zhu?
Is that what he calls himself now? Hardly an honest representation of the blood he's spilled. It doesn't matter. No matter your allies, I cannot let you survive. Enough talk! I will delay your death no longer. May your fall sate the anger of Death's Hand, will of the Emperor.
Longsword!
I think he was too far away for that. Ow. I think he had earth magic. I see Gao summoned the fire dragon. He's doing it again. Or he tried to until we interrupted him. I have to just gang up on him. I got the thing. Now we have 2 more gem slots. Let's hit Spirit, that's pretty good. Go ahead and equip that book thing, just because I see a book stand right over there.
Dead already. Damn it all. I wanted nothing more than to watch this man die.
If you hadn't taken your time, you might have saved me the trouble.
Trust me, I didn't waste my moments. I stumbled across something very important, evidence that changes everything. Let me explain why I'm here. That should clarify things. You saw with your own eyes that these pirates were collecting slaves, right?
You know I did. Get to the point.
Gao's slaving operation found its way to my home several years ago. I was away at the time, but my daughter was there. Those black-hearted bastards took my daughter, Pin Mei. They killed her for resisting them. She was my only child. I lost her mother when Pin Mei was born, but my daughter was something precious in return. The slavers offered no such consolation.
Why would I want help from a broken man like you?
I am many things, but broken is not one of them. The past few years have forged my grief into resolve. My search led me here, to the lair of Gao the Greater. His men took my daughter, and I meant to even the score. On my way up here, I stumbled across records that show that this goes beyond Gao. The Lotus Assassins are his primary buyers.
And I've already figured that one out, dude. If you came earlier, you'd have seen the connection firsthand.
Is that so? There can be no doubt, then. This goes beyond Gao the Greater. I have my vengeance, but how many others have suffered as I have because of the Lotus Assassins? Do you
A
mean
lot.
to go further with this? I would join you. Only a fool would oppose the Lotus Assassins, but two fools working together stand a better chance than one.
How could you help me?
Consider how our skills complement each other. I can get into places people would prefer I never see, and out of places people would prefer I never leave. There's also my knack for finding things. For instance, I was nosing around and stumbled across this.
Stumbled across? You mean stole, as if I've not been doing the exact same thing.
Hey, that's the dust inductor I was hiding. The dragonfly can't fly without it. It was under the floorboards in my workshop last I looked. Well, next time I hide something, I'm packing explosives around it. Yes, explosives shaped like silver bananas. Stops thieves, monkeys, and monkey thieves in one fell swoop. Yeah.
In my mind, you stand the best chance of facing down Gao's masters. We also have a far greater chance of succeeding together rather than apart. If you are planning to take on the servants of Death's Hand, you'll need all the help you can get.
You can come, but I'll be watching you.
Only if I can watch you as well. Fair is fair, after all.
Oh, okay.
I assure you, I will be as devoted and capable as any of your other companions.
If I could harness all that hot air, I could make a furnace to power the whole of the Imperial City. Well, if you're done with all the talking, I have to go make the dragonfly ready for some flying.
Alright, there's that zither thing. And the trap, because Gao is a dick. And that was all the reading in Tian's Landing. Pretty much means we're done here. These style points in. I guess Fortune's favorite. Yeah, get the max damage up. Blow on to the rest. Oh yeah, you have something to say?
What? What do you want?
What do you think about our current situation?
What do you want from me? I'm here to kill things. You want answers? Ask someone else.
Alright, never mind then. Don't know why they gave you a notification above your head.
Looks like you've smashed all your enemies around here. We need to find someone else to fight. Let's go back to your camp at Tian's Landing. Use that flying machine to go to the Imperial City. They have plenty of wine and plenty of fighting.
Hey! Ha ha! Much kicking and such. It really gets the blood flowing. And explosions. Lots of blood flowing from those too. I replaced the dust inductor. The marvelous dragonfly will cross the sky at your whim, for a short way. The heavens welcome my machines, but not without considerable cajoling. If you want to fly more than a short distance, I will need an inscrutable power source.
I have an inscrutable power source.
Ha ha! What wonders cling to you, my friend? There were only two in this whole region, and I destroyed one so Inquisitor Lim would not make off with my marvelous dragonfly. The other was with the Lotus Assassins, but the fools only used it for demolition. Now, here you stand with it. I will put it in the dragonfly, and it will be ready to go. Not the ideal placement. If it shook more, the heavens might think we were afraid and take pity. This is more stable, but not as fun. Okay, she's ready to go. Hop on. I know a nice, safe landing place just outside Tien's Landing. Very unlikely we'll crash.
What about Rue?
Don't worry about that. When the marvelous dragonfly takes off, the earth shakes and the sky trembles. You can't miss it. Your friend will see us take off, and he'll head back to town on his own.
Alright, let's go.
Ha-ha! Everybody on board! The marvelous dragonfly is about to take flight!
Do you want to do the minigame? Why not? I believe Shrieking Fury is just like fire home missiles. Yeah. 7 upgrade. Well, he only hit us once. There are only 3 stages of upgrades, and if you get like a 4th upgrade pellet, then it just goes back to the 2nd stage. Although I kind of prefer the 2nd stage because you can just hold down A with it. Go to the 3rd stage, like you shoot 3 bullets at once, but you have to like manually press A every single time to do it. It's infuriating. It feels like it will fall apart with every landing.
This new flyer seems nicer than the one we took from Gal the Lesser. Although, I'm really only judging by how shiny it is. A poor guess, I'm sure.
No. The marvelous dragonfly is superior to the amber mosquitoes I foisted on Gao. And actually, the shinier the better. The heavens like their glory reflected. A shame I can't leave it on the ground for all to see, but I'm not going through all this just to have it stripped to the frame by local brats. I'll call it back if we need it.
You can just call it? Okay.
Well, it's much like the dilemma of the centipede. If he relaxes and lets things happen, he can walk naturally all day long, his 100 legs not missing a step. But if he thinks too hard about the complexity of what he's doing, those legs might crash into the tea house and kill everyone. A valuable lesson.
Right then.
Now we have everything we need to follow Master Li's captors to the Imperial City. I am eager to do so after all the resistance we've encountered.
And now I can immediately change into, like, conversations with Dawnstar. Sure, let's talk about your feelings for a little bit.
I'm trying to feel good about what happened at Gao's fortress, the lair of his pirates. We went looking for our master and perhaps another flyer. What we found...
The Dawnstar music kicks in.
Prepared for how cruel people could be. Seeing those people with no control over their fates, it is similar to a pain in my past that I have not thought about for a long time. I would not dream of saying my experience is similar to those poor people in Gao's fortress, but that lack of control, I know that well. One of the only things I know about myself is that on the morning I was born, the sky was red, like distant mountains were on fire. Perhaps it was dirge burning, as Zeus said. I believe it was an ill omen, and that stigma is why my abilities became a burden. That's why I must have been left at the school. To be subject to the whims of someone else just because of what you are, be you slave or outsider. Yes, I know that well. I already said I'm not drawing a direct comparison. I know full well that there is a difference between being shunned and being imprisoned. However, they can take cold comfort in being able to see the bars holding them. No one was pretending they are anything but slaves. When people find out
I was
about
trying to
my
insult you and you're
abilities,
getting
I
a
make them
fucking attitude.
uncomfortable, but no one says it aloud. The walls that keep me out are unseen, but they are there. You suggest that the only reason I feel bad is that I allow it. It is not the worst idea I have ever heard, but your approach is very indelicate. Perhaps I was expecting sage counsel such as Master Li might give, but he is not here, and we are both discovering what sort of master you will be.
What is
Perhaps
that
we
with
will
your
talk
fucking
again.
attitude?
You have changed from the child I thought I knew.
Alright, well
Be
fuck
well,
you
my
too.
friend.
And I got a ton of XP from that. If it's out the king, I'll just get out of here. But, where else do we need to stop by? Right, the zither to bring that one guy. I have that Tempest thing to learn. And talking to Xing might give me a reward too. Rain me, damn it. Really? God, how stingy are you? Like, the closed fist thing is so far down, I've changed stance, the background's on fire. What do you want?
You're back? I wait to hear of your success.
Yep, both the things.
Yes, as I thought. These are the original strings, and the case seems untouched by age. Perfect. The bridge is missing, as I thought it would be. Since you have proven capable so far, I'd like you to acquire one more part.
Oh good, I was worried something might turn out to be simple for once.
Bladed Thesis penned his last work in contemplation of the great southern forest. That is why the pieces are all here around Tien's Landing. If we can recover the last part of this zither, the bridge that would lift the strings off the case, then I will double the silver I was going to give you.
Alright,
Good.
fine.
In his last work, Bladed Thesis wrote of the final test, and it taking place where wood met water and rock. The work talks of a test for followers of his philosophies. I suspect the reward is the final piece to his famous Zither of Discord. From studying the full text, it seems that it would be near a river in the great southern forest. There must be some structure that allowed him to stay there for some time. I expect the test to measure your conviction to the ideals of the way of the closed fist. Bladed Thesis would not let his instrument fall into anyone else's hands. You need to know something more?
No, I was actually trying to end the conversation.
Go to the forest and see if you can find the place I described.
Are you getting slow?
I hate that hearing a subtitle, like, takes you out of your focus mode. Hey, how are you and your psychotic daughter doing?
I never thought I'd be glad to be back here, but I am.
Yes, yes, Minister Sheng is properly grateful that you were able to free the peasants. You truly are a great hero, and so on and so forth. More importantly, you destroyed the pirates who plagued Minister Sheng's administration of this town. Here is your reward.
Just phase through Black Whirlwind there. Wheat Scholar Gem and 500 silver. 500 EXP. Okay, I guess. See if I can get a few more close fist points doing this quest, and if this isn't enough, I'm never coming back to Tian's Landing and getting a style from Jian. Shadowcat. Is that Etzman girl? Can't remember if that was her name or not. Hello. Found him really quickly. Just hanging out here.
Tell me something, little warrior. What do you see when you look out here?
Why are you asking me this?
Why? You dare to question my motivations? You are a worm before me.
Okay, dude, chill.
I am known as Bladed Thesis, and I know what brings you here. You seek the bridge to the Zither of Discord. Tell me what you see out here, and perhaps it shall be yours.
I see a daft old ghost about to be destroyed. Let's see. See nature in its untamed glory.
Are you a poet? No, you are a warrior. You forget that I know you. I do not think you are worthy of the task I meant to put.
Alright, well, geez.
You are intrigued by my power. Ghosts, madmen.
None of those sounded particularly like closed fists.
You ask. I will set before you a test. Succeed, and I may grant you the bridge you seek.
Dispersing your spirit be enough to pass your test?
You think to face me? Only the strong shall have the bridge. Pass my test, and I would make you a richer author than some scholar could.
six heavens is no secret to me.
Yeah, whatever, do your test.
Good. Look at these wretches. Each of them has a story. Speak with them and then tell me which one deserved to die. More importantly, tell me why. Yes, I will.
That's it. No conditions, no gains.
I will give you the bridge if you prove yourself worthy. It will be an amusement after too many years without such simple pleasures. Go then, return when you have an answer.
When we saw here, saw here.
Oh, you can see her brain. Alright, what's up with you?
Si saw here, fuk kun tanke here. Nara ukotona we here, awukatia here. Uknin pi here ahasno. Ukira ni here, nin kau awukatia here. Wo nawe here sun puno son. Ukir napir ni wo. Wo no pa here, uksun puno son kutnoka wo nawe. Kirufi rikunir ni oki here, wo shinir cafe here. South Aquawa year suninir ipstuki. No ni so year. Wona wir no power supu no son kut no ka uknapir. Ukira pir uksa katia year. Pir wosa year afifirsi ka wona we year. Wo yo wir ifu wir uks.
Koni uknika nawe ea kawa ea.
They would both speak in Tofan, wouldn't they?
O ifo ia uksonko noko isansia uksa sofi kawa ia a ithino nahipi no fai sata sir pan mi ofino wiwu nishin wa ifu no wo fai tia fanu oknapia otonawe ia ni sunak noko wo ifo ia sata sir pan mi ofino wiwu nishin wa ifu no wowo faitia fanu von wowo shimia wasa wawe ea pafawe ea kos wasa wa.
Okay.
Have you finished speaking with those apparitions? Are you ready to tell me which one of them most deserved death? Then tell me, who deserved their death? The man or the woman? Do not bother with fabrication. I will hear the truth of what you say.
Man, giving you extra options too. It's really playing mind games, like they both deserved it. Let's see. Yeah, I guess both.
You think to cover all possibilities and take the coward's way out. I will not tolerate such foolishness. Come, I will teach you the final lesson of the way of the closed fist.
Oh well.
Longsword! Leaping tiger!
Sounds like he's a badass, you can just beat him up. Doesn't hit that hard. I said his old ghost friends being annoying. Alright, fuck you, Close Fist Master. Although now I do want to go back and hear the answer. That is why I say it before this. The man, yeah, I was thinking it would be the man, yeah. Because he was the one that, like, left himself vulnerable. I was thinking too far ahead about how far this closed fist philosophy would go.
Tell me something.
Because you could argue
I am known as Bladed Thesis.
that the girl also left herself vulnerable by just
You seek the bridge to the
allowing
Zither
herself to be
Discord.
caught.
Tell me what you see out here, and perhaps it shall be yours. You are blind. Rivers do not course. They tear at the earth like a saw eternally cutting into
I don't think he's happy with any of these answers you could give him.
I do not think you are worthy of the task I meant to put before you. Good. Look at these wretches. Each of them has a story. Speak with them and go.
Just in case I somehow fuck this up a second time.
Have you then tell me. Why?
Wasted his strength on a display. There's no purpose toying with the traitor.
You understand the way of the closed fist. Taunting the foe, playing with them, teaches them nothing. The other bandit was right to kill him and seize his power. You are worthy to aid me in my cause, and so I will grant you a chance to carry out my wishes.
You grant me nothing. Make an offer and I will consider it.
The Zither of Discord is more than an instrument. It is a magical artifact of great power, though it takes a lifetime of study to master its secrets. Before my death, I performed my greatest composition, preserving me from madness. But the Zither was dismantled before I learned how to fully harness its strength. I do not want you to repair the Zither personally. The test was a way to ensure that you understood why Scholar Six Heavens has to be the one to repair the Zither. The process will kill him. I will ensure that the Zither's discord consumes him. In that moment, I will seize some of his life force, making myself stronger. He talks the way, but he never learned to walk it, thinking that merely reciting my name would be enough. See how he relies on your strength rather than his own? Take the bridge to him and say nothing. Let him bring his doom upon himself, and I will use the magic of the Zither to strengthen you and I both.
I really don't care what happens to the scholar. Sure, let's do it.
Good. Here is the bridge. Take it to Scholar Six Heavens and teach him the final lesson of the way of the closed fist.
Hold it right there. You didn't honestly think that I was going to let you just walk away with the bridge, did you? I knew you'd find it out here somewhere.
Convenient he'd just show up.
You proved remarkably effective at clearing paths, and I was wise to trust your prowess. Now give me the bridge. It is useless to you.
Sure, it's all yours.
You? Impressive. Give it here. This will show those stuffy scholars in the Imperial City that I am serious. People will talk for centuries about this discovery. My discovery.
Gullible fool. Six Heavens thought to build his legacy upon mine.
Just pops up out of nowhere and just
Had he
yanks
truly
his
walked
ass.
away at the closed fist, he would have seen his coming doom. Own the discord in your soul, living one, and may the way of the closed fist always bring you strength.
I got chaotic strains. That do exactly. Gotta check that again. Techniques. Health and chi plus 5. That's okay, I guess. Oh, and I got a plus 2 to health just for reading everything in Tian's Landing. Take your shop again. Let's see. No, I still don't think that's worth it. Plus 3 intuition for minus 5 G. Eh. Fort style, I am never going to use that. But I kind of don't like passing it up either. Yeah, I'll buy it just so I can show it off at some point. Oh, in that case, I guess I should buy Legendary Strike too, shouldn't I? Yeah, that's a lot of money down the drain, though. Nah, I'll just stick to my, Wolverine claws. Yeah, the last responses are usually just like your chaotic evil response. Just be an outright asshole. Let's see if that old guy will finally teach me. I got the approval of Bladed Thesis himself, the guy that came up with Closed Fist. You weren't satisfied with this, old man, I swear to God. That's it, fuck you. I am never speaking to you again. That guy needs so much Closed Fist points.
In the past, I've shared the company of others that moved outside traditional paths. But this band of folks is by far the most exotic.
You looked at me as you said that. What are you trying to say, Sky?
He wants to bang ya.
Actually, you took it the wrong way around. You seem a bit more conventional than, say, Wildflower or Zoo.
The Guardian says that everyone hides a part of themselves, that they don't always look like what they really are.
Well, I've hidden demons, but not literally. Your nature is odd.
I can't help it.
Let's pick on the
I didn't
little
mean to upset
girl.
anyone. I thought our shared strangeness was fairly obvious. I apologize.
You have anything to say, Ho?
Prosperous tidings. What can humble Ho do to assist you today?
Marry your wife if she's so difficult.
Like many things in my life, it can be traced back to very bad luck on my part. As I mentioned once before, I was a master of the drunken master style. I was the tournament champion in Phoenix Gate when things spun out of control. My need for wine took its toll on my body. There are long periods I don't even remember. After one such period, I came to, having lost most of my clothes and all my money. I was destitute, and without the ability to buy more wine, I couldn't even fight.
Whole months, that's impressive.
Eventually, I found work cleaning out creature cages at the local arena. One day, I was approached by a man who remembered seeing me fight. He offered to sponsor me. Just like that, I was back in the ring. After climbing my way back to the top of the tournament, my sponsor told me it was time to fulfill my end of the bargain. Apparently, the agreement stipulated that I must marry his niece. If only I had read the agreement more closely, I could still be shoveling dirt in the creature cages. Alas, fate had a crueler path in mind for me. Let that be a lesson for you. Always read the fine print, or you may end up with more than you bargained for. Perhaps in a little while. Memories of my wife are difficult to bear, especially when she is so very far away and I may never see her again. As you wish. I will be here waiting impatiently if you require anything.
Rowan, do you have anything fun to say?
What?
Nah, current situation is he never has anything to say about that.
What do you want?
Current situation. Nah, it's whatever.
The way is clear to the Imperial City. You need only to speak to our mad friend Kang, and he will prepare the flyer.
About that Inquisitor Lim guy.
That is an old wound. My departure from the Lotus Assassins was not gentle for either side. My immediate companions, those who were my brothers, fell by my hand.
Lim was not among them. He would have died if he was. I was labeled as the one who deserted, and I am occasionally recognized. The result is always the same. Another death, more blood spilled. Such a waste for a hatred they cannot even understand.
So edgy and cool.
Regret. I have no regret for killing anyone who challenged me of their own will. Death is a measurable cost of your actions. Some earn it sooner than others. Strength is the way of things, and death is the end. Or should be. Some do not respect either. They have enough of one to defy the other. Does it matter? Denying someone's strength is to place yourself above that person without merit. Denying death is to step outside the natural order. Both are harmful. I did some harsh things while with the Lotus Assassins, but they no longer follow a path I recognize. They are a mirror of Death's hand, and he embodies corruption. You will see as you get close to him. He draws out the worst in everyone and displays it for all to see. You have no concept of the devotion of his followers. Perhaps we will talk again when I see more of where your path will lead you. For now, we should make our way to the Imperial City. That is where they took your master, and where we will find the heart of the Lotus Assassins.
I've said enough for the time being.
Okay, that's all he had to say.
Goodbye then.
Let's see, and I guess Guy's the only one I have left to talk to.
Something's on your mind? Of course, I was just thinking about things. Gao richly deserved his death, but I'm not sure I ever really expected it to happen.
How does that make you feel? Not going to fall into depression on me, are you?
Why? Because we have succeeded at a goal that I've been working towards for 3 years?
Now you look here, Missy. In my day, we respected our elders.
I'm sorry I can't do that voice justice. I'm only, what, 8 years older than you? Of course, 8 years makes a difference when you lose 3 of them chasing your daughter's killer. Gao's slavers took my daughter, Pin Mei, and I was able to follow them. Fortunately, they didn't cover their tracks. I chased them down, trying to reach her. I was too late. Pin Mei was spirited, and I'm sure she fought them. I believe they decided she was too much trouble and killed her. 5 years old, and they ran her through. I found her dead by the roadside and stopped my pursuit. By the time I cared to continue my chase, the slavers were long gone. There are ways to track men who don't want to be found. It's all a matter of time and dedication. But why dwell on this? Gao is dead, and perhaps Pin Mei has found some peace. That's what really matters. That and what we still have to accomplish.
Are you going to whine about your daughter every time I talk to you?
That wasn't my intent. I don't even remember how we got onto the subject of Pin May. I almost never talk about her, and then I open up to you and you throw it in my face. Let's just forget it and get on with what we're doing.
Yeah, that's a pretty reasonable response. Alright, so I'll need from you.
Happy to help.
Then ends with that. Alright, I think we're all done with Tien's Landing. The hell out of here.
That's it. You have everything you need. Just let me know when you want to go, and we'll set the marvelous dragonfly to flight.
Alright, stick off.
Good, good. My beautiful dragonfly will finally get a real test. Let's hope those modifications hold up.
Hope. And how does the whole party fit in that thing? Especially Whirlwind. I forgot how many of these are optional. So some of them are, well, these are still technically optional, but you do need to do them for Kane's side quest, I believe. It's at least good to have practice. But since it's a side quest, that still technically makes it optional. Didn't mean to collect that one. You're a sturdy one. I don't normally play games like that, by the way, like bullet hell games. Although they're hardly qualified as bullet hell. Still don't know another term for that genre. Shoot 'em up, I suppose. Alright, let's see if the game lands as much at the Imperial City as it did in Tien's Landing.
Have you seen anyone matching the description? The Lotus Assassins are getting impatient.
They were very vague and wouldn't answer my questions. Are they even sure of who they are looking for?
Does it matter? Death's Hand himself seeks this one. Do you need any more incentive than that? Just question everyone. This person apparently caused a lot of damage in the south. Here, what about this one? At least it's a woman, like they said. You, identify yourself.
By order of the Emperor and the Lotus Assassins, state your name and purpose for being in the Imperial City.
Back away, I answer to no one.
I don't like your attitude. I think you are beginning to look more like the person we want.
I don't know. The long hair, the purple clothing. Very similar. It's not enough to be sure.
We could hold her anyway. It's not a good match, but the Lotus Assassins would leave us be for a few days while they question her.
Is there a problem here, Captain? Well, is there?
No, Princess Leanne. We were questioning this traveler by order of the Lotus Assassins.
There is no need to pursue this questioning any further. You may go.
My apologies, Princess, but I was ordered to detain anyone even vaguely matching.
Captain, this woman is here on a personal matter of mine that does not concern you. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Princess Leanne.
Then unless you wish to be transferred to the wall, you will leave and continue your search. Well, we meet again. I've watched your progress. It seems I underestimated you in Tian's Landing. I have no doubt that you will make as much of an impact on the Imperial City.
Just shout, Silk Fox! I could have used your help getting here. Makes her handmaidens faint.
You claim great familiarity by calling me by my childhood nickname. All who know me here address me as Princess Leanne the Heavenly Lily. It is, as you can see, customary to bow in my presence.
I don't bow. I don't know you as a princess.
I think you are a little too bold for your own good, but I suppose it is my fault. I go out of my way to avoid fawning servants. That is why I often travel without official escort, and occasionally present myself as someone less bridled by the rules of the court. You understand why I don't go into detail here in the street, don't you? With what I have to tell you, I don't want to lose that option of disguise.
You just like getting your hands dirty with commoners.
The whims of a member of the Imperial Court are not your concern. There are more important things that we need to discuss in private. I will not speak the location aloud. Take this note. We will meet nearby, but I must have a moment to acquire more fitting attire.
A rendezvous with the princess. Such a scandal. Worth one
That
down.
is quite enough. We will continue this at a later time. We both have questions that we will need answered. I'm certain that my entourage would prefer that this take place in private. Your gruff nature is a bit too much for them.
Don't blame them for the pampering you demand.
You are incorrigible. Get up, you lot. I'll be embarrassed for myself, thank you. Save your false modesty for my father's court. Don't be too long. My message concerns your master, and time is very important.
It would not have been proper for her to award it to you herself, but Princess Sun Lian requests that you accept this gift. She looks forward to your next meeting.
I've never seen anyone dare to say so much against the royal family and live to walk away. The distress you caused her handlers was a wonder to behold. Here, friend, take this with my compliments. I have never seen such a thing.
Game actually rewards you for, like, just being an asshole. Loutish approval. Started chapter 3. What loutish approval actually does for me. Health plus 2. It's not much, but it's better than not having it. Now everyone in the party gets something to say. Let's speak to Wildflower first.
There is something here. Some evil thing has happened here. It beats on my mind, and the Guardian, he can't hold it back.
You can't stop me from being here. I may not be able to leave, but I can talk and see. I see you, mortal. I've been watching you.
And you must be the other.
I am Yasen, The other, of whom Chaika and this girl speak. They have suppressed me ever since we inhabited this body. But this place is different. The evil around me has given me strength. For now, at least. And has opened potential doors. I don't claim to goodness, mortal. I hate your kind. But we can work together. If you help me, I shall help you. And I'll be much more valuable than the Guardian.
I think we can work something out.
Good, good. All we need to discuss are the details. I find this prison restricting, and as soon as I can... What? No! Chaika! You won't make me go so easily! No!
Whoa, Oka Wunir Inatir Nofun. Panir Shakshir Wowo Sir Nikor Pak.
That guy doesn't want us to have a good time.
I'm sorry. They were fighting again. I'll be alright. Soon. Just give me time and I'll be alright.
Hey, you alright now?
What?
You alright with the demons inside you?
They don't come out very much. The Guardian protects me and keeps the other inside. When the other tries to get out, it feels like my head is going to tear itself apart.
Metal. What a talk to Yazan.
I can't call them out right now. I don't think it would be safe. They are fighting again. Inside.
Wasoki Parir Nokasisa Irsonkot Nawa Patia Yir Ni Uk.
I'm gonna speak to Yashin.
Sir Si Sitsu
That guy's just like, fucking, no, dude.
Okir Okir wo Apafawa Ir wo Sa Ir Sonkut. Okir Okir wo Kup Thithir Sunurk. Uk Ipipir Sa Ir Tatasi. Inspector. Hok Kawari Sa Ir Tasir Uyo. Newa Kup Kipsitir Sunurk. Onoir Kup Tha Ir Tha Nir Uk Kun Aso. Sir Sukut Afithir no. Whoa, Oka Wunir Inatir Nofun. Panir Shakshir Wowo Sir Nikor Pak.
Ha! You care too much for this whelp.
Ukir Okir wo Kup Thithir Sunurk. Uk Ipipir Sa Ir Tatasi.
What do you want?
I want to talk about the demons inside you. Just keep pushing it.
It's time you and I had a talk, mortal. You've been paying too much attention to this girl's problems and the Guardian's advice. We need more realism here. The girl is already dead. She's a walking corpse. She's nothing to anyone. What I want is the body. I need an anchor, and this little walking meat puppet can provide that. But Chaika gives me trouble. He's in my way. He's weak, but the girl sides with him. To take control, I need your help, and I'm willing to offer servitude for it. Why not? How long do you live anyway? I'm immortal. I have forever to get what I want. A few decades doing odd jobs for you would be worth it for my freedom.
That's such a practical way to think of it. Like, yeah, I'm immortal. We can do whatever you want until you die. It's just a drop in the bucket for time for him.
What do you want? There are spirits everywhere here in the city. Ghosts live inside of the people who remember them, just a little. Everyone has that spark. Except for me. I have no one inside of me. Except for the Guardian and the other. But some of these people, the ghosts inside them cause so much pain. The ones that hurt? The spirits have such sad stories. The people don't know though. All they understand is that they feel bad, but they don't know why. When you feel bad for no reason, you might have touched one of them. The city is old. So old. And so many people have lived and died here. There's spirits everywhere. I guess I can understand why so many of them feel so bad all the time. But we shouldn't talk about this so much. Who knows how much will draw their attention. We should keep going. Is there anything else you want? Okay.
Did it have to get Yajin? Okay, it did. I didn't see like a follower gain thing, so I thought I still had to talk to her some more.
Now you'll see what a true demon can do.
But yeah, you just keep pestering her about Yajin, you can get him to become a follower. And use him instead of Jaka. I'll roll with him for a little while.
What? What do you want?
I want to hear more about your past.
Too much talking and thinking can be dangerous, I should know. I remember one cold winter I took a job clearing rats from a local monastery. I was supposed to make sure the pests stayed out of the sacred pools, but hunting rats one at a time is boring work. So I had an idea, a way to catch them all at once. I convinced the monks to give me some of their sacred wine, and I filled the sacred pools. I figured if I could get the rats drunk, they'd be so much easier to catch.
Ah, this should be good.
Nothing happened at first, so I helped myself to the wine. I passed out before the rats came. In the middle of the night, I was woken up by screaming monks and fiery explosions. It was just the rats. The poor furry buggers were just trying to get warm near the monks' fires after their swim in the wine. Not a good combination.
The rats exploded.
The monks wanted me gone. I might have deserved the blame, but the abbot insisted it was a sign from the gods and closed the monastery. See what happens when you think too much?
It's by far the most stupid thing I've ever heard.
Whatever.
Whirlwind stories don't quite match up to like the war stories Candace Ordo gave in Knights of the Old Republic 1, but they're fun. Candace was a great storyteller in KOTOR 1.
I can't believe my luck. I arrive home after being lost, only to find that my wife has gone off to visit relatives.
I'm sorry to hear that, Ho.
No, you misunderstand me. My wife, she's not here. I thought I was as good as dead. Now my execution is delayed. Until her eventual return, of course.
A bun master if you were a master fighter.
You're beginning to sound like my wife. Where were you last night? Why were you talking to that woman? Why do you smell like a goat? Always with the questions. As I mentioned earlier, after becoming tournament champion for the second time, I was forced to marry my sponsor's nubile niece. She is the reason I no longer fight. My disapproving dove did not care for my drinking, or for my friends, or my fighting, or my friends fighting. She believed I should settle down, be more respectable.
And so you became a bun master.
At first I ignored her rebukes and continued fighting, but I soon learned that she was not a woman to be crossed. Prior to one fight, my duplicitous Daisy drugged my wine. I don't remember much of what happened next, which is fortunate. From what I hear, it wasn't very pretty.
You're whipped, my friend.
I spent the next several months under the tender ministrations of my doting wife. Needless to say, when I was well enough to walk again, I was more than happy to settle down. As to why I became a bun master, well, it's a hard, thankless job that keeps me very, very busy. Very busy.
It just keeps him away from his wife.
As you say, I will be here scrubbing your pots until you call upon me again.
So we'll just be scrubbing the pots the entire time then. What did you, while you're
Trust
still
your
here?
plans go well, despite the dangers you face and inflict. Is there something I can do for you? They are as powerful as fear allows them to be. Not the specific information you are looking for, I'm sure, but you did ask about my feelings. If their tactics have not changed, Everyone fears them as children fear the shadows, never knowing what might come. They are not outlaws. Their orders come from Death's hand, and he is the will of the Emperor.
It is so easy to set your party members
How
off.
it was meant to be. Pardon my outburst. Every act of the assassins has the approval of the Emperor. We were supposed to reflect his glory. That is why some actions should never have been ordered. The Lotus Assassins were once the Order of the Lotus under Prince Qin, spiritual advisor to the Emperor. During and after the attack on Dirge, changes were made. As flames seared the sky, enemies of the Emperor faced a new threat, Death's Hand. He assumed command of our order, and we began silencing people. Some were killed only to serve as warnings. Others had done nothing except be near his enemies. I am no stranger to death. That alone is not enough to disturb me, but I see only weakness in targeting innocents, peripheral to the real enemy. Weakness suggests losing the right to rule. Can you see how that shook my faith in the Empire? You seem to see why I had concerns. Perhaps you might understand. I have not said everything, and I have not yet decided if I will. But I see something in you that may set things right. We will see. For now, what else do you need? Goodbye.
Alright, I'll hold off on talking to everyone else later. Mostly because everyone else I don't think has any pressing matters, / I don't care.
What a wondrous flyer you have. You don't see any of that design about the city. Since they became more common among the nobles, flyers have been fascinating to me. Allow me to officially welcome you to the Imperial City. I am Bai, the Outcrier, and I am here to direct you around our illustrious capital if you have any questions at all. It would be an honor to say that I aided someone who was greeted by Princess Sun Lian herself. A pleasure.
Alright, I don't think I need to ask him anything.
Enjoy your stay here.
I think all talking to him does is literally just tell you directions, and I would rather just, you know, figure out the directions myself.
I hope my daughter will grow to be as beautiful as the princess, though perhaps less. Self around these assassins. There's something unnatural.
First thing I do in the Imperial City. Destruction of public property. Wow. Some good stuff hidden there. I believe that door, yeah, leads to the Imperial Arena. I'll go there later.
Be on the lookout for the Scourge of the South. It is your duty as citizens of the Empire to report anyone who matches this description. Keep an eye out for a young woman covered from head to toe in plum-colored armor. Reports suggest that she may be a demon spirit able to change her form at will. Do not try
entirely
to
wrong.
apprehend the Scourge of the South, but instead report what you've seen to the authorities immediately. The Scourge of the South has destroyed whole villages in the south. Many innocents have suffered at the hands of the Scourge.
Greetings, citizen. Imperial Captain Sen at your service. Are you one of the mercenaries come to help me track down some criminal scum?
I might be, for the right price.
If you are who I'm waiting for, you have some explaining to do. Admittedly, you don't resemble the ones described to me, but they're several days late. No doubt they'll blame it on the foolish ghost stories.
I thought the mercenaries just forfeited their job.
I need help tracking down a pair of criminals. Are you interested in a little well-paying work?
Sounds fun.
These two scoundrels have eluded my best efforts, so I'm turning to bounty hunters. It's harder to run when your pursuers are not in a uniform.
Wait, is he seriously saying that we would get paid for hunting people down? I'd have done it for free.
I'm searching for an arsonist and a notorious confidence man. Find and eliminate either one, and there's a standard bounty in it for you.
I'm too good for standard rates. Offer me something better.
Do you people have some sort of code that requires each one of you to bargain about this sort of thing?
Intimidation, tuition, or charm. Intimidation I have like a +7 now. Let's see if that actually works.
Ah, excellent. I haven't heard that one before. On sheer creativity, you've made your point.
I didn't actually intimidate him, he was just impressed enough by the intimidation it worked.
Some way to justify the extra cost to the Ministry of Harmony.
At that price, I'm happy to help.
A wise decision. The two criminals are Fading Moon and Creative Yukong. Fading Moon is an arsonist who was last spotted heading for the necropolis. Creative Yukong has virtually disappeared, though we may be able to learn something from Lady Rento, the wife of the man Yukong bilked. She's in the Imperial Arena. Fading Moon is an arsonist. Her first fires were in the poor quarters, but her last one spread to the Market District Gate. Last we heard, she had escaped to the necropolis. The gates between here and the poorer districts will be closed for some time while repairs are underway. There's nothing particular about the scene of the crime, just ash. Well, as I said, she confined them to the poor districts. She would have been impossible to catch in that rat's nest. More frankly, there isn't enough money to make it worth my effort. Yukong fleeced some silver from Lord Rento, a powerful man in the Ministry of Harmony. Yukong is a master of disguise, and he has hidden himself somewhere in the city. Lord Rento is away on court business, but his wife informed me that she'd be in the heart of the Empire in the Imperial Arena if we needed her. You could start there. She knows the details of the theft better than I. Lord Rento was reluctant to discuss them. Yukong could be anywhere or anyone, and Lady Rento is the only lead we have.
Alright, so asking him about the bounties didn't really tell me anything. His initial description didn't already tell me. Just flavor text.
Out of sheer spite, the Scourge interrupted the economic...
So many mortals, so little time.
We will offer.
The Imperial City is beautiful, but you still have to be careful in certain areas.
An extremely tiny house. That vase was definitely worth more than the 2 silver I got from destroying it.
Welcome, welcome! Did someone from the Black Leopard School send you? No, I suppose you don't quite look like one of their students. Well, no matter. If you're looking for weapons, I have quite a good selection and reasonable rates. Would you like to see what I have for sale?
Yes, I would.
Here you go. There's quite a lot, so take your time.
Dragon sword, yes. Give me that, now. A bar of nickeled iron. Focus +5. Cool. I may as well take your bar of nickeled iron, just because why not? And while I'm thinking about it, let's maybe sell some of this stuff I'm never going to use. I really don't like the Mensified the Mind. Nah, get rid of that. Oh, it asked me if I want to get rid of it. It must be unique. I guess I'll keep it. I can get that much from it anyways. Never gonna use that. Pointless. I guess I'll keep the rest. Oh yeah, I forgot you can buy them all back too. Alright, that made my sword even better, which is good because that's my main method of attack.
Good day, citizen. Some minor thing I can help you with?
You'll only help me with minor things.
It's the Honorable Lotus Assassins, you see. They feel that those of us dedicated to the Imperial Army are nothing more than louts to be ordered about. Any member of the army, even city guard, is expected to defer any major disturbances to them. Makes me about as useful as a lamppost.
Well, I don't think I need
Business
directions,
and
so...
stay out of trouble.
I believe this just leads to... the Black Leopard. Actually, I forgot that was a place. Golden Way. I believe that's where I need to go next.
Excuse me, out of my way. I've got to get these buns to the Scholars Garden. Quick, quick, now move.
I'm very sorry. Please accept my heartfelt apologies. My husband has the manners of a strutting cock sometimes.
I seem to recall you rather enjoyed my, strutting at one time, old woman.
Shush now. You'll offend the gods of decency. This poor traveler's likely to think that the Imperial City is full of indecent folk and offensive talk. Now then, after all the trouble we've caused you, is there anything we can help you with? We've got fresh buns. Just made them myself.
The voice actress is talking like she's supposed to be older, but she's got a pretty young model.
Talk, talk, talk. That's all people want to do. I don't get paid to talk. I sell buns. That's what I do.
Ha! No time to talk, he says.
If I brought Tin Pateau here, he'd have something to say about these two.
You're eating one of my buns. Now be polite and answer some questions.
Tell me what you know about Death's Hand.
Death's Hand? Now there's a name you don't hear often. I'm just a simple bun seller, but even I know enough to be careful who I utter that name around.
For once we agree, husband. Death's Hand is a walking nightmare. It is said that if you see him coming, then it's already too late. But enough of wives' tales. Just be careful who you mention that name to, unless you wish to draw bad attention to yourself.
I don't think they have anything useful to tell me.
Doesn't look like you're buying.
Or any quests related to them.
Don't mind him. He just takes a while to get used to. Much like an ache in the bones if it lasts long enough. Eventually, you learn to ignore it. Good day to you.
Another gem. Three silver from that base. A 50% increase from last time. Any reason to go to Black Leopard School? I don't actually remember what's here, now I'm just kind of curious. Oh, this isn't going to be a long loading screen for a very small area. Hello, Buddy, Nordy, and Owen Beach. I see people showing up and saying hi, and oftentimes I just forget to say hi because something is going on.
Do you really think we'll find Second Brother here in the city?
Why ask me? I don't even want to be here. Second Brother probably decided he didn't want to listen to Master Radiant anymore, and left to get some peace.
Never! Second Brother is devoted to Master Radiant. If anything, I suspect Master Smiling Hawk had something to do with his disappearance.
What? You dare accuse Master Smiling Hawk?
Quiet, you worms. You're here to look for Second Brother, not bicker like school children. Now get moving.
I'm starting to recall what this place is.
You're a fool if you believe what Master Smiling Hawk teaches. Brute force is not always the best way to win a battle.
Oh, and Master Radiant's ways are better? I don't think so. Brute force is the only way to get what you want, and I can prove it.
How?
I'll show you.
I mean, you waltzed into this one.
What do you think you're doing here? Get out of here or we'll throw you out!
Oh, okay, just turn your aggression to me. Sure, try it.
Not bad. You've got some spirit, but it'll take more than that to get past us. Now, how about you just turn yourself around before you get hurt? Only a fool looks forward to a beating. Come on, let's teach our visitor some respect.
Longsword!
Let's try out my new sword. Oh, also I have a demon. You guys really picked the wrong fight. In addition to hitting harder, this new sword also has more range as well. Also, it just looks way cooler. It's one of those ring blade swords like Sun Jian has in Dynasty Warriors 9, or Dynasty Warriors 8. Oh, we may still have it in Dynasty Warriors 9, I don't recall.
No way to treat a guest. Enough. Leave us, Third Brother, before you disgrace the school and yourself, and take these novices with you. I'm very sorry about that. We are not accustomed to having visitors. My name is First Brother Kai. Welcome to the Black Leopard School.
You could use a bit of restraint.
Yes, you are quite right. Normally this kind of thing would never happen at the Black Leopard School. Fortunately, you seemed more than capable of handling the situation. In all my years, I've never seen anyone but a master with skills like yours. I would not normally ask, but would you be interested in joining our school? It would be an honor to have someone of your skill.
Why would I want to?
Well, it's obvious that you can fight, and I assume you want to improve like all fighters do. Even someone of your skill could find a challenge or two here. The school provides a safe place to practice against different opponents with different styles. You will no doubt catch the eye of one of the masters. They know unique styles and would likely teach you, if you impress them.
Sure, I'll beat up your
Excellent.
students.
I must speak with the masters on your behalf. They are the final judge of such matters. Wait here. Good news. Master Radiant agreed to let you join. A rare honor indeed. In fact, he would like to meet with you, once you have proven yourself. First, however, Master Radiant wants to ensure that your fight against the novices was not just luck. You must now defeat each of the brothers here at the school. An impressive feat, but it was only one fight. As skilled as you are, you must understand that a great fighter must be consistent to remain great. You have proven you can defeat our novices. Now you must prove yourself against the brothers. The brothers have trained long and are second only in skill to the masters. Sixth brother is the least skilled, so you will start with him. Work your way to third brother. If you succeed against him, you will then challenge me.
I look forward to defeating all of you.
Our students are the best in the Empire. They just might surprise you. I must be honest with you. I believe Master Radiant has a plan in allowing you to join us. As you may have heard, there are 2 masters at this school. Master Radiant and I have tried for some time to temper Master Smiling Hawk's ways. He is cunning and ruthless, and has little regard for students. Normally I wouldn't speak openly about such things, but you are new, and your skill will draw his attention. Be careful. Master Smiling Hawk is a dangerous man.
Close fists go to him. Got it.
It is not just his fighting skills that make him dangerous. Master Smiling Hawk's need for power consumes him. He cannot be trusted. For now, be careful and focus on defeating the brothers. Start with Sixth Brother and ask him to fight with you. I'm sure he'll be eager. Once you've defeated all the brothers, come and see me. Good luck.
So you're the one who was challenging our novices earlier. That might impress Master Radiant, but it won't get you noticed by Master Smiling Hawk. I'm Sixth Brother Gao Shan. If you think you can defeat a disciple of Master Smiling Hawk, challenge me. I assure you, I'm much tougher than the novices. Alright, follow...
I don't know why it's skipping some of his dialogue.
That was lucky. I'll be ready for you next time.
Yeah. Wait. This sturdy door cannot be opened at this time. It's like those folding screen doors. You just jump through that, no problem.
You may have defeated us, but Third Brother will...
You filthy little swine! Look what you've done! Do you think I have nothing better to do than to clean up after you pigs all day long?
Yes, Mistress. I mean, no, Mistress.
Get out! Get out of here before I break your skull open, you little rat! This
Look at that
isn't a public
stance.
restaurant. We only serve the students here. You'll have to go back to the city if you're hungry.
Actually, I am a student.
Well, good for you. Do you want me to bake a special dessert in your honor?
Ideally.
Questions about what? Go ask your teacher if you have questions.
Tell me more about yourself.
Me? Is this some ploy to get an extra serving of fish in your soup tonight? It won't work, you know. But since you ask, I am the headmistress here at the school. I organize everything that these witless fighters forget to do. Paperwork, laundry, cooking, you name it. It's a thankless job. Never so much as a smile or a wave as I labor over my work. If it wasn't for me, this place would fall apart. Masters? Ha! I'm the only master of this school. Those other two hide in their rooms all day long doing who knows what. How can you be master of anything when you never participate? It's unnatural. Of course, it wasn't always that way, or at least that's what I've heard. There was only one master once. Makes sense to me. Too many cooks in the kitchen, as I always say. Good. I have work to do.
Pretty sure there's no reason to actually talk to her, but the game just forces you to speak to her no matter what. Nothing from that base. The jar had 22 silver. Fight me.
You must be the new student. I'm Fifth Brother Shang Jin. There's been quite a stir regarding your entry into the school. Most unorthodox. It would seem Master Radiant is up to his tricks again. Regardless, you've defeated Sixth Brother, so we can spar. Would you care to try your skills against mine?
Yeah.
Good. Follow me. Thank you for the opportunity to learn from you. Goodbye.
And that was the last I ever saw of him.
Hello, my name is Fourth Brother Yu, and you must be the new prodigy. First Brother told us to watch out for you. He said that you're very talented. Since you've defeated Fifth Brother, perhaps you'd let me decide just how talented you are. Care for a match? Let's go then.
Ow. Son of a bitch was using support styles.
Very impressive. I can see the masters were right to let you train with us. Well, thank you for the fight.
Okir okun wan pifir ir witiwik, ir wosa ir sankut. Wo ufna akna ir yakowak. Nawara irok, wosa ir tatas ir uy. Sata asuni wok wakir.
Thank you, Third Brother, that is all. You are dismissed.
Sotakwa ayir noroki yirtana.
So, you are the new student I have heard so much about. Rarely does someone so young display the ability that you have shown. I noticed that you did not come from one of our usual schools. Do you mind if I ask you who your real master is? I don't think I've heard of him. Nevertheless, he obviously taught you well. You have talent, and with Second Brother's death, we have need of a new brother. I asked him to do something for me. He refused. Let me be blunt. Master Radiant is holding this school back. He's holding me back. Radiant is weak. He follows the way of harmony. His methods are slow and pitiful. This school belongs to me. I want Master Radiant removed, and you're the one to do it. You have certain abilities that will enable you to defeat my rival.
Why do you need me to help you?
Master Radiant is resistant to my style. But you are something different. I could sense it as soon as you arrived. You are the only one here capable of defeating Master Radiant. And rest assured, I will reward you extremely well for ridding me of him. To begin with, you'll have to deal with First Brother Kai. Destroy him, and you'll only be left with Radiant. But together, they would be too powerful.
I'm starting to like the sound of this.
Do as I ask, and I will teach you things that no one else can. I also have a few rare items that should appeal to you. Simply kill First Brother and Master Radiant. The task is straightforward. You will be well rewarded, if you succeed. Go now. Third Brother has agreed to withdraw from his fight with you. You can deal directly with First Brother. Do not return until First Brother and Master Radiant are dead.
You can really blow through this quest pretty quick.
It appears Third Brother is taken ill. Though it seems an odd time, he has never been one to back down from a fight, even when he's sick. I've been looking forward to this fight. Challenges like this keep us learning. Are you ready? Good. Let's head to the practice ring so Master Radiant can observe the fight from his room.
And dead. Master Radiant was a ghost.
I think they can see that for themselves, Third Brother.
Your brother's a bitch.
He was always too impetuous. No matter. I have a new assistant now. One I think you will find to be a much more difficult opponent.
You're right. You shouldn't have.
No, we won't let you harm Master Radiant.
Alright, you first then. I think Master Radiant didn't help at all.
Leaping tight.
Ow. The bitch has a really annoying style. So I like how Yajin isn't helping, he's just watching. At this point, it's a fight to the death.
Very impressive.
I guess it was a fight to the
Your
extra
skills
death
are
for him.
powerful and unique. I can't tell what it is exactly, but it certainly seems to serve you well. Come, we must speak privately. At last, I can rule this school like it was meant to be ruled. No more of that interfering old man. I've always preferred his room to mine as well. This will do nicely. And you have certainly earned a share of the spoils. Take whatever you find in Master Radiant's room. You have earned your reward, but I have some terms. You must agree to remove yourself as a student of the Black Leopard School. As promised, I will teach you a new style. Watch closely. My debt is paid, and now you must go. Take what you can from Master Radiant's room on the way out. And remember, you are no longer a student here. Goodbye.
Despite this place having an entire area located to it, the questline ends pretty quickly. Now, what all did I get from this? Get the Hidden Fist style, which I don't even remember what that is. Let's see. We'll play Sleeping Tiger with that for now, just so I can try it out later. So let's actually level up while I'm here. Style points. May as well keep making the sword better. Almost maxed it out. And I'd prefer to actually try Hidden Fist before I dump any points into that. I probably won't, just because Sleeping Tiger does the job. Could talk the rest of the school and hear some of their, like, change dialogue now that the new master's in charge, but who cares. And then the doors close forever. Imperial City might have one of the longer loading times. already read this? I have. This one I haven't, though. And now straight into another loading screen.
Hold on there. This way leads into the necropolis, a dangerous area. You shouldn't go in there unless you have some business there.
My business is where I make it.
Yes, but I must warn you, the dead aren't the only terrifying things in the necropolis. They say the Lotus Assassins have a special interest in the place. I have nothing more to say on that subject, and you certainly didn't hear that rumor from me. Captain Sen has you collecting heads for him, does he? Good for you. A woman did make her way into the necropolis some time ago. She seemed a bit wild around the eyes and ignored me when I tried to warn her. She certainly hasn't left, so if it was this fading moon, you should still be able to find her in there. I'll make sure she doesn't slip out behind you. Stay away from the necropolis. I wouldn't want a pretty girl like you getting hurt in there.
It's kind of conflicting from what you just told me, but whatever. I'll go to the necropolis later. I might be able to get a few more quests that would cause me to go down there.
Citizen?
No, didn't mean to talk to you. Just wanted to smash this jar next to you. Gem of Irresistible Spirit. Okay. What does it do? I'm just curious about the name. +2 charm, +2 spirit. Yeah, whatever. I do some better gems now I could equip. Well, one better gem in particular, Gem of Black Flame. What do I replace for that? Yeah, that can go. Oh, wrong one. Okay, there we go.
I greet you, my lady. I wonder if you might have some silver to spare.
Pretty.
If you feel more generous later, I will be here. Hello again, my lady. Are you ready to offer me a silver?
Are you that rich beggar?
I come from a very wealthy family. As such, I have a certain lifestyle to maintain. Parties, female admirers, lots of wine. You understand.
Not even a little bit.
I have to have an income, don't I? My father looked at my considerable expenses and told me to get my own silver.
So you turned to betting.
Of
begging.
course. I am a noble. The shame of manual labor or the stink of trade must not be allowed to touch me, or even waft its way close to me.
It's rather pathetic, don't you think?
Not at all. Very simply, you have it, I want it. I am behaving in a very rational, civilized manner by politely asking. I read all the greatest philosophers and consulted with wise men before reaching this decision. I assure you the philosophical underpinnings are quite sound. Wisdom is only gained by experience, wine, women, and song, as it were. But a life of revel with no reflection still does not lead to true wisdom. One must ponder, one must daydream. Even if I could bear the shame of sullying my hands with work, when would I think? How could I grow wise?
So you were begging in order to pay for drunken debauchery, all in service of becoming truly wise.
Well, it loses some of the subtlety when you put it that way. But yes.
You know what? Sure. It was a silver.
I thank you. It's not easy for one such as I. I have it far more difficult than the impoverished beggars of this city. Farewell.
I ain't sure that actually took a silver from me.
Your parentage is below average, and your ancestry is of questionable worth. You dress yourself in the manner of a common laborer. Nobody's paying any attention.
Keep trying, just as I instructed.
Your physique seems exceptional. Clearly you are a peasant. A noble could afford sloth.
Go full savage on him. I would have if I could have. The only other option was walk away.
Your breath is like the wind of an ox. Your last meal was of suspect quality.
Alright, I'm not taking that kind of burn.
Your beliefs are superficial, and your culture is substandard.
Hold! You must forgive my servant. He was acting for me. I asked him to find someone not distracted by mere insults, someone who would command respect. I must say, your refusal to stand for it was admirable. I think you are exactly what we need. An outlander strolled into the city several days ago and now sits
this
like
guy.
a cormorant, taking what he wants from the river of our hospitality. He balks at our attempts to calm him and answers requests for payment with strange coins of questionable value. He needs to go. He claims he crossed the Glass Sea, which would mean he's from the mysterious East. I've heard reports of minor trade with that region, but only on a small scale. Even if they buy the occasional bolt of silk, everyone knows there are only barbarians outside the Jade Empire, and his manner confirms it. He insults the Emperor. So far, he has escaped the notice of any higher officials. Perhaps he was mistaken for an actor in a troupe, but that will not last. If he is reported, the Lotus Assassins will take notice. They'll want to know if he was harbored or his offense was encouraged. Guilt by association is enough for them.
Should I just kill him outright?
We don't want a murder. We just want order restored. But he doesn't respond like we do. He proposes challenges we don't understand and then declares himself the winner. Several of our brightest have faced him, but as soon as they get the better of him, he sets off his strange firework and says they are beaten. Normally, the peasants like it when we intellectuals are maligned, but they tire of his presence too. Getting rid of this nuisance will endear you to many. I hope your ability matches your conviction. Several others have fallen short, despite their outrage at his antics. He is in the Scholar's Garden, and no amount of opposition has moved him. Please, I hope you will prove to be a worthy opponent.
I think the Scholar's Garden is just further up ahead. Okay, can't go in there.
Evil breeds freely when so many people come together.
Oh, right. This is for a play thing you can do in a quest later on. I think you have to trigger some other stuff before you can start doing that.
didn't expect you in your strange training to make it to the Imperial City. You are proving to be a very interesting person. I should have seen it coming. I suspect that we share a similar strength.
And again, Princess, who are you now?
As the Heavenly Lily, I am above suspicion, but I am restrained by fawning servants. Silk Fox can go anywhere, and people are not shy about their reactions. There is a thrill, of course, and it allows me to find information useful to us both. Death's Hand brought your Master Li to the palace a few days ago. I saw the flyer. He was bound in chains. He must be powerful, but I still don't believe he is Sun Li, the glorious strategist. I was too young to know him. I was told that he and Prince Qin, the third brother, fell defending the Empire 20 years ago. Now it seems they may have been traitors. I discovered this looking through records for information on Death's Hand. Perhaps he tried to influence Sun Li and Sun Qin before corrupting my father. But it doesn't matter who your master is. I could take you to the palace, but Death's Hand controls what my father hears. He must be discredited for you to succeed. Death's Hand has almost total control over my father. We must find conclusive evidence of his crimes and reveal his corruption. And I know how. Construction on the wall has stopped for the first time in generations. The workers now toil in factories building powerful creatures of stone and clay called golems. Death's Hand could use these automatons to seize the Empire, and my father is oblivious. We must infiltrate the Lotus Assassins and find evidence of this treachery. My father may have approved the factory without considering what it could be used for. If we just tell him my suspicions, he will dismiss them. We need proof of Death's Hand's intent from the seat of his power, the Lotus Assassin Fortress. It would be impossible to assault, so just walk in. They are Have any Lotus Assassins who saw your face lived to report back? I doubt it. They will not recognize you as the person who fought them in Tian's Landing. They have a vague description full of guesswork that has guards holding people at random. Besides, they expect an attack, not someone trying to catch their eye. I would wager that you may profit from their tasks too. Can you see the beauty in using their own methods of recruitment to fight them? I think they deserve it. There are guilds within the Lotus Assassins. Executioners look for fearsome warriors. Inquisitors are more subversive, and they look for cunning in their agents. If you prove yourself in the arena, they will notice you. My people can spread rumors of your interest. The Executioner will take a real interest when you finish the silver round. Or if you prefer, the Inquisitor recruiter is also seeking new people. He might be open to persuasion. Death's Hand rules over the Lotus Assassins, so I take special interest in their activities. I've had most of my life to ask questions. You suspect my motives? You have no reason to doubt me. If I wanted the Lotus Assassins to find you, I could simply tell them your name. Ask Scholar Dongao in the Scholar's Garden about him. Dongao is closer to the Assassins than he should be. He will tell you where to meet the Inquisitor. Or seek the Executioner. My people will spread rumors of your interest, and he will approach you in the arena. They like fighters who have passed the silver round. Unless you want me with you, I will wait at your flying machine. You travel with such interesting peasants. I'm sure I'll be entertained for hours. Of course. I look forward to it.
To fuck phase into existence, phase out of existence. But I like how she immediately gets seductive as soon as she becomes a party member.
Well, look who we have here. There's no princess to save you this time.
Do you think we'd forget? You can't humiliate us and just walk away. We'll teach you to insult a guard of the Imperial City.
Keeping tight.
Yeah, you try that. Alright, let's try this hidden fist thing. disorients them when attacking. It's like just throwing dust at people. I actually didn't realize it was a support style. I thought it was a combat one. I'll probably like never use it then. Alright, where's Leaping Tiger? Get that back.
Leaping Tiger.
Welcome, friend. The lecture won't be starting for a little while, though your enthusiasm is appreciated. And I wouldn't worry about seating. Those interfering philosophers had made sure that very few people will be attending the lecture.
What about the Inquisitor?
Huh, that's quite a question. I'm not sure who told you, but I'd appreciate it if you would keep your voice down when asking those kinds of questions. Nobody here suspects me to be anything but an overzealous scholar, and I'd like to keep it that way. So you want to know about the recruiter? You have a flying machine, do you not? Yes, I know about that. Go back to the landing area and someone will meet you there. He already knows, I'm sure. Now go, and I will not speak to you about this any further.
We should get back to the Dragonfly. If we're late, the Inquisitor might get angry, and then he might not help us at all.
I don't think time is ever actually a problem.
Do not be fooled. Oh, good to see you again, my friend. Have you returned to listen to my lecture, or would you just like some information? Certainly. We can't learn without asking questions. How can I help you today? Oh, so...
The domain of so many fools.
The textures on some of the wood in this is kind of off. I think it's a problem with the Xbox 360 emulation.
Hello there, traveler. Forgive my forwardness, but I noticed your arrival earlier while I was at the tavern. That flying machine of yours is truly a marvel. I actually have a design for a new prototype flyer, and I hope to get funding to build it one day. The other scholars aren't interested in my inventions, though. Me? You want to ask me something? Well, sure, I'd be glad to help you if I can. What would you like to know? A city like this always has rumors. Some people say the ghosts are angry and attacking innocent people. Another rumor suggests the Emperor is dying. But I wouldn't believe any of that. Just because the Emperor hasn't been seen in a while doesn't mean he's ill. Perhaps he just wants some solitude.
Don't think he has anything important for me to say, or for him to say. I think most of these philosophers have anything worthwhile to say. But this character coming up is a lot of fun. Basically the Yuan Shao of Jade Empire.
As amusing as your savage dances are, once again I have proven the superiority of setting your nose to the grindstone and not mucking about.
His armor is cheese with a fork in it.
In a proper mug, or I'll take back the coins of my home and country. Don't you heathens know the worth of a proper king's halfpenny?
Generous visitor, if our customs are so displeasing to you, perhaps you should find lodging elsewhere?
Please? And leave you lot to your primitive ways?
Tell them what I think of that, Squire Percival.
Sir Roderick Ponce von Fontelbottom, the magnificent bastard, will do no such thing. He means to educate you all.
Good lad. Found him wading in the mud, planting weeds. You can't keep your crackers crisp doing that. Can't help you if you don't know the horror of a soggy biscuit. I've given him dignity, and unless one of you has the will to deny that I'm your better, I suggest you start learning. We'll have you in proper trousers by the morrow. What's that? Someone stepping to the fore? Let's have a look at you. A woman? My dear. Not sure what topsy cradle you fell from, but in my country a lady knows her place. Unless she's queen. The simple truth is that I have bested every one of you who has come forward, whether in tests of wit
Basically just
or
said the queen
combat,
doesn't know her
and
place.
faced the champion of king and country. Now, I didn't ask to land here, but if a storm is going to cast my ship into the very heart of such a dark empire, I'll bring the light of knowledge wherever I can. You must hunger for guidance. You're like children. I mean, only a handful of you can even grow a decent moustache. What kind of place is this? Can you now? Shall we put that to a test? I welcome the chance that you might impress me with a glimmer of intelligent insight. But I will acknowledge that I am likely to disagree just because I know you are, lacking. We will need educated men to judge the merits of our arguments. Huh. Any dog can bite, but very few can speak. I've gone to pains to learn your barbaric tongue, only to find that none of you has much to say. I've heard a distinct lack of couplets
The
and
barbaric tongue of
quatrains, to say
English.
nothing of pentameters. Is it any wonder you people live as you do? I charge you with defending the heart of your people. If a group of judges determines that you have adequately done so, I will declare you the winner. Whoever you wish. These five, standing here. I'm sure there will be a balance of opinion. The test must be fair. Go on, talk to them all to prove I haven't coerced them. We'll begin the debate when you're ready. Then we'll see how you fare in combat. Doubt you'll do very well. Like the rest, you're all just too damn skinny.
I heard you accept the Outlander's challenge. I'm grateful you have seen fit to defend us all. I would be honored to sit in judgment of the debate. Several of my fellow scholars have also volunteered.
This would be simple. Just agree with everything I say.
No, that would only prove his accusations that we cannot defend our culture on fair terms. We can't give in to that temptation. Of course, I doubt his arguments will have the weight that he expects. Not here in the heart of the Jade Empire. I am ill-equipped to see my own faults, but I, like my fellow scholars, am adept at exploiting the weaknesses of others. Scholars Heng and Zhao are easily swayed with simple facts. Cite such details and they are certain to change their opinion either for or against. The best course is to appeal to the individual preferences of the judges. We are theoretical thinkers, really. It is not so much the subject, but the tactic that triggers reaction. Each judge will respond only to argument styles they favor. If a judge likes fact, use it once and he will join your side. Use it again and he will switch back just to further debate. Other arguments may not interest him at all. I wish you luck. I look forward to your defense of the Empire.
Okay, I don't think persuasion stats really matter in this. I could change my loadout for that, but I don't think I will.
The minister had me insult 34 people. The best answer before yours was a smart slap in the face.
Ah, so you are the one who'll debate the Outlander. I am the 5th of your 5 judges. Are you implying that I am predisposed to be weak in certain areas? I can't accept that. Some of my fellows, however, are another story. Scholars Zhao and Kai are easy to predict. Dismissing a weak argument gets their attention immediately and will spur them one way or another. Try not to dig a hole you can't get out of. If you can't get everyone to agree with you, just focus on getting as many as you can. Remember, you need a majority of judges on your side at the end of 6 topics. Yes, make certain you are ready.
It'd just be kind of annoying if I talk to all these guys and try to remember all their quirks and whatnot.
I don't understand a thing he says, but I don't understand much of what these scholars say either.
Just get into it and see what happens.
Well, ready to set the ponies in motion, are we? Let's declare some rules and get to it. You don't mind if I make this interesting, do you? I just want to make sure that this is more entertaining than simply blathering about whose walls are higher or whose philosophers really know what's what. It will be a simple matter. 5 judges, 6 topics. I'll pose my argument about why your foolish land stumbles like a child, and you try to answer. The judges will raise their arms to indicate whom they favor. Arms up for you, arms down for me. After 6 topics, if you have a majority, you are the winner. By the Queen's corset, if you get them all on your side at any time, I'll declare the match over. Now, shall we proceed? I will pull no punches, and I expect no mercy on your part. Let's see which of us is truly superior. Well, what shall be my first point of contention? I know, the most basic of concerns for a culture, the currency of its economy. What manner of society would use the silver coin as the basis of trade? Gold is clearly superior, which you admit by using it for important statuary. Your understanding of what determines value is flawed. Your rebuttal? Well, you are clearly in the minority, but I can spare no quarter. To the next topic. I call attention to the arrogance of your empire. You simply assume that all lands outside your borders are the domain of barbarians and monsters. How can you truly know they are uncivilized until you've proven it by conquest? Crush them beneath your heel. You sit here thinking while far-off lands yearn for direction, not unlike what I am attempting with you. Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet. Shall I draw attention to your foolish reliance on personal combat? You've got strange dragon powder arms, but you waste them on spectacle and flying chariots. Any decently civilized people would have developed a proper array of personal sidearms by now, like old Mirabelle here. Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet. I challenge your foolish beliefs and the irrational behaviors they produce. Dragons, spirits, and even talk of unresting dead. Just look at the collective foolishness that you call a floating palace. The constant superstitious yammering of your peasants even has me seeing it. And how the bloody hell would you get a moat up there? It's ridiculous, I say. Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet.
So we just keep picking
I
factual,
say that you
I'll
don't
win.
seem to understand the relationship between the ruling class and the peasantry. Your commoners are far too happy to be productive. A proper spiral of misery shows that they are doing a decent day's work. Your peasants only suffer because of foolish superstitions about the dead walking around. Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet. This will be the final topic. If you don't have a majority at the end of this round, you will have to admit that I have outdone you. A simple criticism, your ridiculous clothes. Not a decently puffed pair of trousers to be seen. I ask you, what have you done on the pantaloon front? And why do you remain so clean when any sane man knows the only way to keep devils of the dark at bay is to be brash and to carry the air of the earth? Bathing is bad for the humors as well. Do you people know nothing of maintaining your bile?
Maintaining your bile.
Well, it would seem that a majority of your fellows have decided your arguments were more persuasive. I expected no less. I could not expect a fair contest in the heart of your city. I was a fool to think otherwise. I seek satisfaction. You have bested me in debate, but true honor is decided on the dueling field. The entry hall here has walls to be up against, corners to be backed into, and floor enough on which to be down but not out. Whatever your metaphor, I'll beat it. Return to me when you are ready, and we will walk there together, just to ensure that no one gets lost or suffers an accident that would prevent a fair fight. Frankly, I don't know what you people are capable of. Quickly now, Sir Roderick Ponce von Fontelbottom, the magnificent bastard, is not one to let a duel grow stale on the vine.
Notice this in the background while I was talking. He just sort of mumbles while he's here. I do recall, like, his fight actually being sort of difficult. Due to the fact he can pull out a gun and just fucking shoot you.
Ah, there you are. Well, are we ready for this duel? Or are you going to slink away again? What? Good. Let's get this over with so I can return to schooling the rest of your fellows. I envy you. You're about to experience for the first time the skill that has forged an empire and traveled the world. There will be pain as well, but I imagine it will be almost worth it.
Ow. Yeah, one shot drains everything. So if you can just beat him up in time, you're fine. But like 3 shots from him, I'd have been dead. Drains your chi and your focus, as well as your HP.
Was a fine display of skill.
It was a fair fight, Sir Roderick. Within the rules you specified.
Yes, old boy, you've got it right. I was really sat down, I believe. Like the fall of the old bridge across the Grand. My humors are in disarray, I tell you. I suppose I should have seen it coming. Your win in the debate was a sure sign. I do believe I have underestimated the lot of you. Regardless, you have beaten me. That's a point of honor I cannot deny. Well, there's no other thing for it. Intended or not, you've earned a reward from me. The unsuccessful combatant in a duel must arrange a worthy gift for the victor. I wouldn't be much of an ambassador for my country if I didn't abide by its customs. The Duchess of Almsbottom's rules of engagement are quite clear.
Almsbottoms. Everything's a bottom from his country. You can take his weapon. Physical strength is what he's interested in. Improving the mind. Spiritual matters. Gems. So I can get gems or boost to the 3 core stats. Or his weapon. His weapon is the most unique thing he has to offer, and I'm definitely taking it.
Mirabelle is yours. Treat her well. She's a finicky lady. Right, Percival, fluff my traveling trousers. We will darken this garden no more.
Fluff my traveling trousers. Now I got his gun. See, I'll replace Ice Shard with the gun. I'll blow something away with it. There, last upgrade for the sword. And just because I want to use it, you know, let's make the gun a bit better. There we go. Bunch of scholars around here, but I don't think I have any particular reason to talk to them. Maybe a quest that comes up later that involves talking to them, but otherwise it's just like a bunch of extra dialogue that you don't really need for anything. Tried the Little Debbie ice cream yet? I don't know what that is. So no. I don't remember what all you need to do for it so we can start that play quest. I'm sure I'll figure it out at some point. Everything the quest I just did.
This will be a great tragedy.
Ah, here it is. I think this one is just like memorizing lines.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry, I was just muttering to myself. I'm in some trouble and... Wait! You!
Or I could just tank this for fun.
You're clearly not from around the Imperial City, and I need someone's help most desperately. Someone unaffected by the politics of this place.
My help depends on my incentive. Wait, step away, smudged one.
Oh, surely you can spare just a moment to hear me out. I'm direly in need of assistance, you see. Well,
my help depends on incentive.
I suppose I could write you in as a character in one of my plays. Imagine fame and, well, immortality on the stage.
You just tell me what the problem is.
There's been a mix-up. No, an error. Oh, who am I kidding? Some bastard has changed my play. I am Incisive Chorus, the playwright. I'm sure you've heard of me. And if not, you have... now, I suppose. One of my productions has been touring the countryside and catching people's attention. We were asked to bring it into the city and perform here in the Golden Way. The play must go on, but not as they want it. The play's been changed, you see. One very key piece of the play has been rewritten. Once you change this scene, you change the very soul of the production. It's hardly my play at all if they perform it their way. They've changed it from a commentary of man's inhumanity to man to a satire of the Empire. I tell you truthfully that they've lost the whole point of the piece. There's that, too. Anyone could take offense. Now I'm doubly concerned. Of course I would pay you. In fact, I'd match... well, this is odd. It's just that there's no going rate for female actors or whatever you'd be called. It's unheard of. Of course there are, though I'm not supposed to know it. The entire establishment turns a blind eye to them. They deserve that much respect. I hear the bosom binding, pants stuffing, and whatnot is a far cry from comfortable. The irony is that many of them get cast as female roles. Fresh faces, you see, leaving us with a woman playing a woman through 4 layers of costume. Most unsightly. I myself have pushed long and hard for realism. Verisimilitude is the word they're throwing out these days. And what better way to avoid all that unnecessary shirt stuffing? Alas, tradition often becomes a barrier blackened by short-sightedness that is not easily overcome. No, that wouldn't be right at all. I will gladly offer you the going rate for a leading man, just for a walk-on part. I need you to take a role in the play and read the role the, original way. You have a most regal bearing, so I'd expect you'd have no major problems at any rate acting the role of Lady 14 Flowers. If you talk to first-degree thespian Fong up by the pagoda, tell him you're the replacement.
First-degree thespian Fong.
So all you'll have to do
What
is
a
read
name.
the proper lines. That will be a bit tricky, I admit. Certainly breaking with tradition. But if you tell them that you're already in makeup, they'll, gloss things over. It'll be fine, I'm sure.
Sounds
Here's
interesting.
a copy of the original script for your scene. Pivotal, I assure you. This copy reads properly, not like that edited pile of dung. Hurry over to the large pagoda overlooking the Golden Way and tell Fong that you're the replacement. They won't wait forever, so step quickly to it. Remember, you'll have to memorize your lines. No script on stage, of course. Also, make sure you read from this script. Now, good. No, you're about to perform, so I shan't jinx it. Get to it.
I believe first degree is over here.
Excuse
There he
me.
is.
You're in my way, and I'm trying to keep an eye out for our replacement actor. You? You're the replacement? By the starry river, that is the best makeup job I've ever seen. We'll barely have to touch you up to play Lady 14 Flowers. And let me just say, your costume makes everything look very, authentic. Yes, well, good job. Did they give you a copy of the script when they sent you over here? Let me see that. No. This is all wrong. They sent you with the old script. Bloody Actors Guild is staffing itself with water buffaloes, I tell you. Here, have it back. The script's recently been revised, so even if you're familiar with the old version, read it again for the changes before you head on stage. Well, a southern noble funded the location and travel for us, but wanted to make a few tweaks. We couldn't afford to miss the exposure. Our writer wasn't that happy, but we accepted the revisions, and here we are. I'm sure your Actors Guild told you that we have standard rates. We'll happily pay you the going rate for lead, especially since this is short notice. Ruin your scene and you get nothing, just like normal. Understand? Just get at least half the lines correct, and the crowd will figure out what's happening. Any less than that, and it becomes one of those obscure plays no one likes. Now, read that script over. Come talk to me when you've got it, and we'll get you into final costume and onto the stage.
So if I wanted to succeed in this, what I would do is read the script I wanted to go with, and then remember ideally most of the lines and go up on stage.
Have you read the script?
Or we can just see what happens.
Do you feel one with Lady 14 Flowers yet? That's the spirit. Let's get you into the back and costumed up, Lady 14 Flowers.
Watch closely. We shall see if the informant was accurate.
Imagine condemning the Jade Empire at its heart. The fools.
All of heaven's blessings guide him, but sagacious Tien has been absent from the palace for such a time. His conquests of the northern kingdoms have kept his light from us. All the scattered kingdoms have seen the light of his rule, and our emperor's advisors grow in number. The arable lands to the south all the way to the useless jungles, which were left as nothing for the Monkey King, are fused into the mighty Jade Empire. To the east, sagacious Tien has spread his light to the very waters themselves. And lo, to the west, he found enlightenment among the hills of the 6 holy scrolls. But what word from the wastes of the Horse Lords? Aha! What is this? Why, 'tis Lady 14 Flowers. We can only hope she brings word. My dearest Lady 14 Flowers, under what banner does your entourage travel today?
Sort of a blend of white and... Let's see it. How do you pronounce that? Either way, I like the contrast.
Your banner was a blend? How odd. The spotters reported that it was the purest white of the lily, as if there was word of peace. Your arrival here is certainly welcome, as your kingdom is one of the most recent to join the Jade Empire. We have had word that the hostilities have ceased. Tell me, most gracious lady, when was this momentous decision reached?
It was while the Emperor was indisposed. He does his best thinking in private, you see.
I see. How my lady would know such a thing, I will not ask, for I fear the answer most deeply. Regardless of the decision's timing, I'm sure our exalted leader acted upon his mind when the day faded to night. He would think upon things for the day. And tell me, most gracious madam, when the final blow was struck, where was our noble leader? Deep in the wastes of the north?
And none of these are really funny. Emperor was raking sand in the impromptu meditation garden he'd ordered constructed.
Raking sand, you say? Ah, I see you are speaking in metaphors. For surely, the Emperor must have been surveying the cold plains he had just conquered in the name of enlightenment. There's been nothing but the gentle drafts of spring here in the Imperial City for weeks. With such a chill in the air, was this some time ago?
This was some time ago, yes.
Well, I suppose it would have to have been, in order to account for my lady's passage south. Indeed, I suspect that the true story lies in how far north the Emperor's reach has spread. It seems to me that some part of your story remains untold. Do my questions block the truth? Tell me this, if nothing else, good lady. When the cry for peace rose up, who was it that our great Emperor turned to?
And other than myself, I am his closest confidant.
The lady plays at games that are not appreciated at the court. You are but a representative of your people, not one of the Emperor's closest advisors. Wait, what word is this from the front? The Emperor sends word of his return. The Horse Lords are unconquered, but our forces were undefeatable. What happened to cease the expansion of the Empire, dear lady?
I think Sagacious Tien just got a little bored with always winning, to be frank.
Bored? To think that... I question Our Lady's dedication to the Empire. The reports I have here indicate that the Emperor was halted by a celestial event of great portent. And so, our most noble Emperor saw a sign from the heavens. Our mighty armies poised to crush the Horse Lords and stretch the Empire to the ends of the earth. But we stopped. For now, even I see that there are limits to ambition, and overreaching those limits invites nothing but disaster. All praise the Emperor, for his wisdom is infinite. My lady, you have my deepest thanks for bringing this news to us. I shall inform the court immediately.
They still cheer.
What in the dragon's eye was that? I saw no treason there. Oh, the informant will suffer for a lifetime.
If I'd done it well, I could have gotten that guy killed.
14 flowers. That had to be the worst performance since effective Pathos tried to complete his role in Tale of the Singing Reed after taking a sandbag to the head. How could you have botched such a well-known piece of history? Do you know nothing of our glorious past? There will be no payment for you. We'll be lucky if our director doesn't kill us all before he takes his own life out of shame. Begone, hack, charlatan, prevaricator, get out of my sight! I'll be lucky if the director doesn't fling me into the river. I must go try to calm him.
100 HP. That was worth it. That was equivalent to, like, killing one enemy. I never actually deliberately tanked that play before. What did you think about it?
Had your, moment, did you?
I think it went well.
You do you? I've been asking around, you know. I can't believe that performance. Disgraceful. Had you followed the original script, it would have been a masterpiece. But you mangled it.
It was an ink stain. You will honor your commitments.
Had you honored yours, of course. You promised that you would perform my play, not that bastardized version. Frankly, I'm surprised they made that many changes. I know my own work, and I'd have let that performance slide had you flubbed only one of the important lines. But that was terrible. No one could have enjoyed that. Terrible. Just terrible.
I regret nothing. Right, now I need to go to the Inquisitor guy.
You there, Sky. I see you skulking around like a ghost. Where have you been?
I've been out spying on the Lotus Assassins. We're trying to draw their attention, and I wanted to see if it was working. I'm happy to report our bait has snagged a fish. The Inquisitors have taken notice of us. In fact, one of their representatives is on his way here now.
You were spying on an Inquisitor and he didn't notice you? Impossible. What's really going on, Sky? Where were you? The Inquisitors are masters of espionage and intrigue, Sky. They would have seen you tailing them. They would have seen you and killed you.
You underestimate me. I can be quite invisible when necessary. I followed the Inquisitor for some time without him being aware of my presence. Then I slipped away and rushed on ahead to warn you he was coming. I didn't want him to catch us in the middle of anything incriminating, like this argument.
kana. O nikasuri kwana no kasa iriro. Niato o nanapati irovir. Koni uknawata Ukirwir. No fantayana ukona ni pinatawa.
You could try to kill me. You'd fail, but you could try.
Konir fuk no sankud nano wana nyapir. Isana yoyo. Irkana. O nikasuri kwana no kasa iriro. Sata tawe o nawa fukuno sukut nia awafawa sut. Wowo sun ponono. Yapapap nasia wir sair wuth. Usair coconato. Tanatia. Katanano. Shafatoyo. Coconato sir ipanonenico. Niato nanapati irovir. Koni ugnawata Wuno wir na no pa irsu. Isana yoyo. Konir fuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Sata tawe wonawa fukuno sukut nia awafawa sutok. Wuno wir na no pa irsu. Isana yoyo. Konir fuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Uno yir wo fubso wesa wushin. Wokewasa irsu sukuyo ni uksa ipanar nuko iwa nikasanarir. Iruro ni nuasa irkana. Wuno wir na no pa irsu. Isana yoyo. Konir fuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Ikirnik tine piru. Wo iferek sun puno. Usair coconato. Tanatia. Katanano. Shafatoyo. Coconato sir ipanonenico. Niato nanapati irovir. Usair coconato. Tanatia. Katanano. Shafatoyo.
I feel incredibly full to kill Shing.
Presume, but I have an idea of how we might be able to solve this problem. My glorious wife's third cousin is a minor official in the Ministry of Harmony. I know a little something of the way Judge Fang conducts his business. All of Fang's ministers bring him an honor gift when they go to see him. An offering given as a sign of respect. A bribe, some might call it. If we replace Sheng's honor gift with something insulting, rare turtle eggs, for example, Fang would be so outraged he'd refuse to even listen to Sheng's report. It's true. A gift of turtle eggs would be as insulting as a box of manure. Even more so because they are so difficult to track down, whereas manure is somewhat common. I admit there are still some details yet to be worked out, but acquiring the eggs is easy. I have some here that you can simply have.
You have turtle eggs? Here? After just saying they are very rare?
Well, I was saving them for my coming anniversary. You buy early if you want them to be ripe. It doesn't really matter, does it? There are more daunting problems to consider. For example, how will you sneak past Sheng's guards to make the switch?
We should just kill Sheng. Nice and simple. Kill his guards, too.
Yes. And while we're at it, we could kill Fang and his guards, too. Unleash rivers of blood in the streets, all in the service of the Lotus Assassins.
Now that is how you interrupt the bureaucratic process. I'm all for it.
Like, Roland is the best.
I am no coward, but there is already more blood on my hands than I can ever wash clean.
You know this. I have no plan for you. No easy answer. But working with the Lotus Assassins is a bad idea. No good can ever come of it.
We really
He
don't
was just
have
having
any
a
choice,
breakdown.
Sue. It's the only way we'll ever rescue Master Li. I don't like the idea of causing trouble for Shang. Maybe we should investigate Fang in the arena first. We might be able to stop him from getting that report without hurting Shang. Or anyone else.
Maybe you're right, Dawnstar. I just hope that in the end we don't sacrifice everything for the sake of one man. Even if he is your beloved Master Li.
It's up to you how we handle this. But remember that the Inquisitors aren't just thugs. They're more subtle.
So don't follow Black Roland's advice and just kill everyone involved. These 3.5 hours. I think I'm about done streaming for today. I was debating if I wanted to go a little bit longer or not, but I think I'm going to like talk to all the party members and get past all their dialogue trees, which I think is a bit boring to do on stream. Even if there's hardly anyone watching this. I'd rather just do it off camera to get that out of the way. Perhaps any other boring stuff I have to do in this. And then probably when next I start, I'll start in the arena and we'll go through that. Although the arena's going to have a lot of loading screens, so that might be a bit difficult to get through, but whatever. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.